know what's going on with that. But
Who's our first guest again?
Rashad Jennings was supposed to be the first guest.
Okay.
We are now officially hot, by the way. We're up on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch and Facebook Live. So hello, everybody that's listening on there. And changing that to that. And now I am going to roll the open. Oh, wait, I'm going to start our stream here on No Filter.
After a long, hard-fought, grueling 17-game regular season, Super Wildcard Weekend, and championship games, it's all come down to this. Do I want nacho cheese or ranch for the big party? The DJ Experience with Dave and Jess. Dave Benz has been on the field for Super Bowls, walked down the 18th fairway with Tiger at Augusta, and discussed NBA Jam with LeBron. Jessica Taylor is Dior casual, sips champagne when she's thirsty, has celebrities ask her to pose for pictures, and is never short on sarcasm. Radio Row is about to get spun. Live from Radio Row at Super Bowl 57 in Glendale, Arizona, this is the DJ Experience, part of the No Filter Network. Here are your...
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Radio Row here in Phoenix, Arizona. Dave Benz alongside the long-awaited Jessica Taylor. The DJ Experience is finally officially in full effect.
Here we are.
Welcome.
Good morning, everybody.
It is great to see you.
Great to be here.
I'm so glad that you're here. And we are excited to have our first show together from Radio Row underway. We've got a few guests lined up today, although our first guest, apologies that we were supposed to come hot right at 8 o'clock, but I'm doing tech support in addition to doing everything else on the show. So
Jack of all trades. Hey, that's a good thing to have, right?
I guess it's good job security,
do all the
right?
things.
Yeah, I'm doing all the things.
I helped with the camera stuff too.
You did. You helped
I contributed.
with the camera stuff. You helped with the lighting. We already have a few people that are on the stream here this morning. And good morning to everybody out there who's checking in. And we hope to have more. Go ahead and hit the share button. Copy the link, send it to friends and family. Let them know that Dave and Jess, the DJ Experience, has arrived to Radio Row here in Phoenix. And
holy shit.
Holy shit. It's fucking awesome.
Let's start the morning with that.
With
it's exciting.
Shit. Yes.
It's happening.
Yeah, it was a little different being here the last couple of days without you, but but having a chance.
The anticipation, the build-up.
The build-up, yeah. And this morning we came in and we were expecting to see Mike and AJ. They have been doing a show this week preceding us, but we came into an empty table today. Which
there was a party last night. I think they went gangbusters on that party.
Yeah. I think a few people. I mean, you look around Radio Row, it's pretty.
I heard some dudes behind me on the escalator coming down mention how massive it was. So I'm sure there was some,
the media
hurting
party
heads
you're
this
talking
morning.
about?
Yeah.
The media party looked like it was going off. Yeah, it was probably late into the night for a lot of people. There's no question about that. So we have scheduled to appear today. The only one that I'm definitively going to say I know is 100% lock that's going to join us is my friend Jason Jackson, who is the radio play-by-play guy for the Miami Heat. You guys are probably saying, Dave, you had Eric Reed, the TV guy for the Miami Heat, on yesterday talking about LeBron being on the precipice of breaking the all-time scoring record, and we did, and Eric was great. But last night, LeBron did break the scoring record, and I know we're at the Super Bowl, and we want to talk a lot about the Super Bowl this week and today, but it's not every day somebody becomes the all-time NBA scoring leader, and whether you like LeBron, don't like LeBron, the bottom line is
he made history.
He made history.
That's special.
Yeah, and Jason Jackson is the guy who is not only the radio play-by-play guy for the Miami Heat, but he also is the guy who did the Heat sideline reporting job for TV for all those years that LeBron played in Miami, and nobody interviewed or got to know LeBron James better than Jason Jackson over those 4 years. So we'll have a chance to hear from Jason.
That's cool.
He's scheduled to join us at 11:30 Eastern. We are also anticipating Lee Steinberg stopping by today, and I say anticipating because we were supposed to have Rashad Rashad Jennings was going to join us this morning at 8:15.
I was really looking forward to hearing about his foundation. He and I both love Jordan Davis. We had a commonality. I wanted to touch on that.
And
where is this dude?
I don't know.
And
he
was on Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't.
And freaking Mahomes.
Mahomes.
I mean,
all right. Let's talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, Jess. You are a big Patrick Mahomes fan. I know you're. I know you'll be rooting for the Chiefs. Now, neither one of us got the team we wanted to have here.
I'm Niners through and through. Like they're my boys.
Yes.
They're it. Second runner-up is the Chiefs. Yeah, Mahomes he's a doll. I've seen him play golf too. He's a really talented dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of these athletes, they can just do anything that they want to do, and Patrick Mahomes is certainly in that bunch. And media day on Monday night, it was crazy how many people were around him. You couldn't even get close to Patrick.
He's
Mahomes.
Such a sweetie pie. He's so sweet, and he's a new dad. Has a new baby. Anyway, yeah, he's sweet.
So, what's your early take as Patrick Mahomes? Do you think that a lot of people think that the Eagles are the favorite in this game?
Ooh, I mean, the Eagles are not my favorite. The Eagles can take a back seat, but I won't go there yet this morning. But no, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I'm rooting for Mahomes. I mean, dude didn't do one away NFC game. Not one. That he did all home, right?
Yeah, you were dropping knowledge on me. So he missed all the road NFC games this year.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't like play one away game
at
all. Anyway, no, I'm rooting for him. Totally. Like, I think the Eagles are relentless though. They're kind of brutal. I think on many levels, but they're going for blood. I have no doubt on that.
Well,
Mahomes needs to watch out. I'm scared for him actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're talking about this,
you're scared.
The Eagles take no prisoners.
Yeah, well,
that's like me. I take 0 prisoners.
This is true. You do.
Only I can do that. But no, I'm rooting for the Chiefs all the way. But I do feel like we're in Eagles.
Well, that's because so many of the people around us are Eagles fans. I mean, Tony Bruno will be coming in and taking
his
over.
Hashtag Eagles fly Eagles fly.
Yeah.
My hashtag is going to be Eagles can suck a duck.
Yes.
A duck, quack quack, not.
Yes, I know, not the other thing. Yes, the Eagles, but so
the Eagles can suck a duck. Hashtag that, people.
Yes. Okay. Listen, I don't have really a rooting interest in this game.
I do love that the Kelsey brothers are playing against each other. I think that's really cool. So if anything with the Eagles playing the Chiefs, I'm like, I love that. The brothers are playing. It's really cute.
Yeah. Did you see the cool jersey that the mom had the other night at Media Day?
Oh, Mom, I did.
That was cool.
So cute. And she brought cookies and that's what I would do.
You bring
I would bring cookies and brownies and sticky buns and lemon bars.
Yeah.
I'd feed all the players vegan food.
Well, yes, you would. You absolutely
vegan
would.
Pastries, yeah.
Anyway, the vegan pastries may make an appearance this week.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. But
anyway,
the bottom line is that whoever wins the game, the Kelsey family is going to have one very happy son and one very upset son.
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself for that mentally? You're like,
hey, you know what? You're going to the Super Bowl. It's a win-win. You lose, you win. Come on, that's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, well, I think that, listen, Travis Kelce is probably going to be the one that is going to be able to handle it better either way because he's been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
Jason Kelce, I don't think he was on the Eagles when they won it. Was it 6 years ago?
I'm not sure.
Doug Peterson?
I don't follow the Eagles.
No. They did well, especially because they beat Tom Brady.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Tom Brady made some news.
He did make some news, dude. I called it. I was like, he's getting into broadcasting. I know it. No, he's not. No, why would he do that? That's ridiculous. Homeboy's doing it 2024. Yeah. It's incredible. It's amazing.
And the contract he signed was ginormous.
Well, I mean, all of those boys get paid. But Tom Brady, I have no doubt on his contract.
Yeah, well, I told you a number, but okay,
which is
10
deserving.
years.
I mean, come on. Well, a 10-year, $375 million. Yeah.
37.5 per year.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I'd be okay with that. I guess
it's not no filter money, but it's but it's pretty.
No,
good.
Good for him. He, yeah, I was shocked when he announced his retirement, though. I was hoping he'd come to the Niners. I was.
Well,
like, maybe he will.
Well, he has unretired once.
He's retiring. No, you can't do that. Nope. And he already said it. He's like, you only get one, retirement, whatever, CVS receipt of a retirement
Oh, my
speech.
God, the CVS receipts. Yes.
No, he's not. He's totally done.
Well, how many times did Brett Favre unretire?
I have no idea how many times.
I don't know, like 3. He retired from the Packers, right? Then he went and played for the Vikings. And then he went and played for the Jets. Then I thought he retired from the Jets and he went and played for the Vikings. So I guess he unretired
No,
twice.
Brady's done. He had a shit year. Sorry, dude. I love ya. Seeing you on the field is incredible and very profound in so many ways. But, he had a shit year. It was bad. It was embarrassing. So he has to retire. He has to.
Well, it was funny because Michael Strahan was talking about him yesterday at the Fox TV Media Day, and he was talking about Tom Brady, and he said, well, he said he was the one who brought up the Brett Favre thing. He said Favre unretired a bunch of times, but he didn't think that Tom would unretire. Although he did say what he said yesterday that I found very interesting was he said, listen. When he retired, Michael Strahan said, he said, hey, when I retired, I was 36 and I knew I couldn't play at that level anymore. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady could still play at that level. I mean, yes, he had a shit year. You're right, but
unimpressive. Yeah,
but he showed enough that he could.
No,
still,
he did.
He could still.
It's funny though. When they played my boys, the Niners, I totally was hopeful. I'm like, come on, give us a run for our money. Like, you're here. Again, I love seeing him on the field. It's freaking insane. But even that game, I was like, wow, what was that?
Right.
So no, he's done. I think he's done. I can't imagine him coming back, especially after all of this. You can't do that. Okay, I'm getting into broadcasting 2024. Like, I'm joining Fox. Here's the contract. Like, you can't do that.
Okay, so I want to know though.
And he's a fellow vegan.
He is a fellow vegan. We've talked about this
quarterback.
Before. Yes, he had his own farm, and we never did find out if the farm was still in existence.
I don't know if is it a farm?
Well,
I thought it was like a soil sitch.
Oh, well, I thought
they only grew their plants out of a certain soil. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
guess I just figured
that's just a fun fact about him, like being a badass that he is, and he's plant-based.
He is plant-based. All right, so Tom Brady. I want to know though. Will he being on a broadcast? I mean, this is the thing I don't get with these networks handing out money like that, right? Like, are people
What do you mean handing out money like that?
Okay, Tom, I'm not saying that Tom Brady isn't worth the money, but are people going to tune in to watch a football game because Tom Brady is announcing the game? I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to see,
I don't think that.
Right. So why pay that much money is my question. If what is the return on that? As a network.
Well, okay. I mean, look, people already tune in, right?
Right.
I think for sure if people didn't tune in before, they will now, hands down, just because it's Tom Brady. Without a doubt. Yes.
But if Tom Brady's calling for let's just say I'm just throwing it out. If Tom Brady's calling the 49ers Cowboys and it's week 13, mm-hmm. right? And you're a LA Rams fan, you're not going to watch the Cowboys Niners if the Rams are playing at the same time. No matter who's calling that game, you're going to watch the Rams because that's your team. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
I do.
So
I don't know. Are you bashing my boy? What the hell? Are you like what? Of course, people are tuning in.
Of course, they're tuning in because it's Tom Brady.
He's a freaking goat.
Oh, all right. So yeah, Tom Brady is the goat.
He's the goat.
So we've got Lee Steinberg supposedly lined up to come on this morning, and then as I said, Jason Jackson, and then the other thing about Super Bowl that you are going, this is going to be right up your wheelhouse, is you are going to be our person on the street. You're going to judge the fashion. You're going to give us the pre-party report, the post-party report. Are you up for that this week?
Yes, I am. I'm always up for fashion. Are you kidding me?
I think that's kind of right up your alley, right?
Yeah. I even point out the dude's shoes on the courts and on the field they're wearing Jordans.
What have you seen so far this week? Yeah, you've only been here a few days. You've only been around Radio Row. What's your early assessment of the media?
I'm not impressed.
Fashion game.
I toned it down today. I'm in Golden Goose sneakers, people, and a James purse, just turtleneck cotton, little cute number. Easy to just pop on and get here. No iron, no nothing this morning. Anyway, but yeah, it's very low key flex for sure. Actually, there's no flexing. It's just low key.
It's just low key.
Actually, you're low key flex.
Yeah. Well, I suppose.
But, yeah, I haven't seen anything that has sparked my, anything.
We could do a little. Let's see. We could. Should we show a little around the room? Should we take the side shot and show a little around the room? It's pretty quiet here today.
Yeah. No, it's literally like t-shirts and like, yeah. Oh, really?
Well, that's our guest camera right
there. Okay.
Okay, so we can.
I mean, the people that, yeah.
This is what we're looking at today.
I saw a chick yesterday, like, it's like when COVID happened and everyone was doing Zoom calls from home, and from the waist up, you had a blouse on or a sport coat and a tie, and then you're wearing boxers and pajama pants. That's basically what was behind the scenes under her desk that I saw yesterday. I'm like, no, So yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Not impressed.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
And even like walking up to the media party last night, I was like, I'm overdressed. Yeah.
Well, we didn't realize the media party was in a farm.
Anyway, so yeah, I haven't seen anything that has me excited yet, but I'm sure I will.
Well, you know when you're going to see you are going to see the dress to impress tomorrow night at the NFL Honors Ceremony, which is basically the NFL's
of course,
postseason award show.
Yeah, right.
And that's where it's going to be red carpet with a lot of people with high fashion and a lot of things going on. So
right.
That is something for us definitely to look forward to as well. But I think that it's the media. The media is definitely not dressing to impress here, which is the strange thing about it is that I got my head on a swivel because I'm looking for
seeing some movement here.
Yeah, there is.
Seeing some stuff happening.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on as we get I just don't know. These interviews were booked for us. I didn't actually handle the bookings, and Lee was supposed to be here at 8:30. Rashad was supposed to be here at 8:15.
Hey, look, you know what? This is also like, sure, it's Radio Row and interviews and all that jazz, but it's Party Central. Like, people are partying.
Well,
so,
yes.
I don't know.
So you're saying
we've got the early slot.
Everybody's
people are going to be rolling
commitments?
in.
Okay, but you realize it's already.
I'm shacking it up with like 5 dudes. I feel like I'm in a frat house.
Well,
and it was only night 1.
Last night was.
Scared.
You need to relocate into a quieter part of the house because that was. I didn't.
Hey, no. I'm just saying, like, it's a party.
Well,
yeah.
Burns was getting after it last night.
Burns
and Kowalski.
They were so cute.
And Henry Markin.
Yeah.
Henry did tell me last night, he said, yeah, I'm not going in with you guys tomorrow because I think I'm going to go out tonight.
Oh, he went out.
Henry.
I heard the aftermath. Henry's
an interesting dude. But Henry, I still haven't had a chance, by the way.
Henry and I are sharing a bathroom.
Yeah, and I hear.
Sorry, I have to. It's so funny. It's so comical.
Yeah, and his bathroom etiquette is not
bathroom
great.
buddies.
Yeah.
No, he actually cleaned the other side of the sink for me. I was like, oh, how sweet.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Henry.
Anyway.
Way to go. All right, so you got a chance to meet Tony and Robin yesterday. And Tony
I met them actually in person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Of course, because we did the whole.
Tony lost his wallet.
Yeah. Okay, people, put an air tag in your wallet.
AirTags in the wallet.
It's the easiest thing to do ever. I am not getting paid to endorse Apple products, but if they want to pay me, I'd be okay with that. But at the end
a
tag,
a tile?
The air tag.
Oh, air tag. Oh.
Yeah, an air tag in the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got one on my keychain too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I don't lose things, so I don't need that.
Well, listen, I don't generally lose things, but when in those few moments when you do, it's very
scary.
helpful.
It's awful.
Yeah,
it's like.
And, you know, I'm the kind of person now at home, although it has made me more lazy. I used to be able to be consistent with always putting my keys in the exact same place.
Be consistent. Put it in the same place every day. You know exactly where it is.
Right, but now
I'm a creature of habit.
Now I've gotten a little bit more lazy about that, and I will. But I just say, you know, open Find My, and then boom. I can find my keys in about 10 seconds.
Technology has just made it so easy for us.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron Taylor's walking by. Aaron Taylor in the house. And Aaron Taylor was on the Packers back when let's see if I get the shot of Aaron up. He just walked by. I'm wondering what he's we need to get him over. Aaron was on the Packers. He was an offensive lineman on the 96 Packers team that I covered that won the Super Bowl against the Patriots, pre-Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Drew Brees was the quarterback. And the 96 Packers were the team that Andy Reid was the tight ends coach on. And when I talked to Andy the other night, I talked to him about that, about his first Super Bowl. I said, hey, your first Super Bowl media day, did anybody even come and talk to you? And he's like, no. He's like, no. Nobody. Who wants to talk to the tight ends coach at media day?
I do.
Well,
come on over, boys.
That's why I went and talked to the long snapper for both teams. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the long snappers for the Chiefs.
That was cool. I loved that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
everyone needs some love.
Yeah,
come on now.
But you know what? It was crazy because the Chiefs long snapper James Winchester, he had a line of people that were waiting to talk to him. I had to wait like 10 minutes to talk to the long snapper.
Oh my gosh, 10 minutes?
Yeah. No, that's a lot. When you only have an hour, you only have an hour.
Yeah.
And so, but I'll tell you what, if my son was to tell me that he wanted to play football, I would absolutely tell him that he should consider being on special teams, because especially if you can be a long snapper, those guys are in the league for like 10, 15 years. They have the longest tenure of anybody.
But okay, check money. What are they getting paid?
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're getting paid.
Let's find out. That's a great question.
That's what the lowest paid player. I think that they get like maybe $500,000, $700K. Okay. Which is
James Winchester. His contract this year, $1.165 million. He signed a 4-year deal. He's currently in a 5-year contract that he signed for $4.5 million, basically. Mm-hmm. So yeah, about $900,000 a year on average. So it's not bad to go snap a ball for 20 weeks of the year. Are you kidding? It's not
bad at all.
You know?
Yeah, that's not bad.
And you pretty much, if you're good at it, you can be guaranteed to do it for 10 years, or 10 to 15 years. So say he plays 15 years and he averages over $1 million a year, you go make $15 million to go snap a football.
Where did he go to school?
Let's see. That's a good question. I see Vic Lombardi rolling through. Vic Lombardi, my buddy from Denver, is rolling through right now. Let's see if we can get him to throw on a headset and join us for a minute.
Hey.
All right, let's see. I got to put up the. I got to change the guest camera shot now so that we actually get Vic on camera.
I'm on my commercial break, David. So just know I got about a minute.
Make it quick.
All right. Well.
Hey, thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Vic Saylor, Jessica
Taylor. Did you get
Taylor.
out of a car yesterday to the media party that we got into? Did you leave a car to go to the media party?
Yes.
Was that you?
Well, I don't know. Was it me?
I saw someone get out of an Uber as we're walking into the car, and we got that car and in fact, I said at the time to you, if you recall, it's not that much fun in there. Just go home. And then you went to the party regardless. I don't know.
I went home.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Wait,
it's a long story.
Was it me? It could have been.
I don't know, but it wasn't much fun last night. I was less than impressed.
Really?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm an expert on media parties.
Yeah,
you are,
and parties in general.
So I'm glad I didn't waste my time.
Yeah, it was.
I turned around and went back.
So Vic is out here hosting a radio show, and he's on his break, and now he's doing radio /TV streaming for us for No Filter.
Right?
Yeah. Man, this setup's unbelievable. Dave Benz and I go back to our Denver days. Dave such a talented guy. He does so much, and you ended up calling games for Minnesota, and I didn't even realize it. Minnesota. And then all of a sudden I hear you on the air, and I'm like, oh, my God, Benz can do play-by-play? I've tried play-by-play. That crap's hard.
Well, if anyone can – I mean, this guy,
You know what the thing about play-by-play, though? You get spoiled, Vic, because you don't ever have to, go into media day on Monday night. It brought back, I had nightmares. I'm like, I could never do this again for a living.
It's the worst,
to go have to, jostle out other people so I can get a 30-second soundbite from somebody.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I lived it. It's my whole life. You're boxing people out, elbowing people just to hear the same thing everybody else is getting.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this life is. But doing the games, as he did for years with Minnesota, there's nothing like the games. It's why live television today remains the only appointment television on earth. Think about it. Everything else you DVR. You can DVR everything, unless it's a breaking news element.
You don't even need to DVR. You can just stream it on demand.
But a live game, when you're doing a game, nobody – don't you hate the folks that say, hey, don't tell me about the game because I DVR'd it? Well, shut up,
Oh,
dude.
I know, right?
You're going to know about the game.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut your phone off. Shut your Twitter off. So Vic now does radio. Which station are you with in Denver?
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Okay, all right, and he does Altitude TV as well. And I know I saw on social media your podcast that you got going now as well.
Yeah, it's everything about Denver. You got to grab, if you get a chance, go to my Twitter feed. I did an interview yesterday with Terry Bradshaw.
Nice.
And I asked him about Sean Payton and Russell. Oh, my God, he took some shots at Russell Wilson that you won't believe.
Really?
Go back and listen to it. It's pretty good. It's the subject of our conversation on the show today.
Okay.
Yeah, Terry's he's in himself, right? He's toward the end of his career. He's saying whatever he wants to say.
Give us the quick cliff notes.
He basically said, so why did he want to go to Denver to coach Russell? He goes, well, I guess he had to. I mean, I don't know if he wanted to. He had to. Can he fix him? I don't know. He blasted him.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I got to run back
go
to my show.
Go
back later.
Yeah,
Good to see you,
thank you
man.
so
Nice to
much.
see you
Nice
guys.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you
Jess
too.
Taylor, by the way.
I'm Vic.
Nice to meet you, Vic.
See, that's the way radio rolls. Radio rolls. Vic Lombardi. So Vic,
that was so cool.
Vic and
Actually, that's what we need to have people do: impersonate somebody.
Right.
Like what he just did.
Yes, exactly.
No, I saw the
Well, you know who was here on Monday? We walked right past him. Was the guy who's the impersonator, Frank Caliendo. He's the guy that was on the Fox pregame show for years.
Yeah.
He does the John Madden, and he's great at it. He was actually on
Manning.
He was actually here in the building the other day.
Cool.
So Vic and I, we go back to when I worked in Denver. We did actually a Broncos. Did we do a pregame show? Well, we did a Broncos postgame show together, and we did a midweek show, and it was like the greatest gig ever because on the days that I did the Broncos, we taped it on Thursday, some kind of Broncos pregame show.
Yeah.
And I would just roll over he worked at the CBS station in Denver, but it was there was some kind of cooperative situation set up between CBS and Fox Sports. So I would go over to the CBS studios and I'd roll in 15 minutes before the show, and I literally was on the show with him for one segment. So I was on TV with him for 10 minutes. We'd tape my segment and I'd be out of there, and that was my whole work day. That was
awesome.
That was a good work day.
Yeah.
I wasn't working a lot of long hours when I was working with Vic.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
So we've got Radio Row is picking up a little bit here. Let's go back to our.
Seeing some people walk
we're
by.
seeing some people. So this,
I
by
saw
the
an
way,
awesome suit just walk by.
Yes,
that was legit.
Yeah, the green suit.
I wanted to jump over you and just spin that camera on him.
Well, that is one of the hosts. I forget his name. He's one of the hosts from ESPN. So this is the ESPN radio setup that is right behind,
There's
here.
a dude over there wearing a Lake Placid hoodie.
Where?
Right up in that area.
Okay.
Where you were just pointing. Lake Placid. I'm from upstate. Well, not from, but I lived in upstate New York for quite a while. Lake Placid is up there.
The pride of SUNY Albany. We're both the product of the SUNY schools.
We are. There's so many people a product of that. It's so interesting.
But the people who don't know it, like Henry was like, so did you go to one of those sunny schools?
Sunny.
I would not describe Oswego as sunny. There's nothing sunny about Oswego.
No.
Snowy.
Well, summers are beautiful. Summers are beautiful up there.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Harbor Fest?
No.
In Oswego?
No.
Okay.
I've never been there. I think I maybe went to a college party there once.
It was.
I
don't think I've been to SUNY Albany, so that we're on equal footing.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I'm not missing very much.
Nothing.
So so the guy that is in the suit over there is a good friend with Tony Bruno. I can't do much of a zoom in, so if you can look on your camera, he's kind of blocked out behind our little camera there, but you could see him. Just the guy that's got the tan colored suit on with the blue shirt.
I see him. Yeah.
His name is Scott Farrell. He's got Scott Farrell on the bench.
No, you're impersonating.
Yeah, but he talks like that naturally. That's how he talks.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Well, you have kind of a voice like that.
You think so?
Very.
Not
I don't
deep
know.
and raspy though.
I think so. Let's go to the chat, see what people think. You definitely have a very unique voice, Dave Benz.
Okay, let's open it up. By the way, if you want to participate in the show, you can feel free to hit the knock button since all of our guests that were scheduled to appear so far have been MIA. We're more than happy to have a guest. In fact, speaking of guests, though, one thing I do need to copy the guest link for the show.
What's going on in front of us where everyone is gathering?
Well, I think they're getting ready to go on the air for their ESPN coverage.
Homeboy's wearing a Masters hat. Nice.
Who's wearing a Masters hat?
There's a dude right in front of us wearing a Masters hat, a 2022 one. I have a 2016 Masters hat.
Okay, I just emailed the link to Jason Jackson. And he's going to join us at the bottom of the hour, so that'll be good. So while we have a second, hold on, I didn't put a title on this. Okay. While we have a second, have you ever been one to collect anything? Like anything? Have you ever collected anything? Other than
I would always, collect anything?
Yeah. Have you ever had a collection of anything? Has there ever been anything that you've, whatever? But and obviously everybody's trying to collect Benjamins, so that doesn't count.
No. Fresh? No. I think the only thing I would do would find heart-shaped stones or seashells. I find hearts everywhere I go. So I think that's the only thing I would really collect, or people would give them to me if they thought about me. But, going to a beach and just grabbing a few things. But no, I don't collect. No, I don't collect.
So you're not collecting
I'm not a collector of things. I'm a collector of
or magnets or
shoes and jeans.
Yes.
And Zimmerman pieces.
Yes. By the way, shout out Zimmerman. She could be wearing your Zimmerman here on this show this week.
I have a few pieces with me.
Yeah,
I don't like to check bags. I'm a carry-on girl only because I have a fear of I just love my stuff. That might be a problem. Anyway, but yeah, I could only fit a few pieces in my bag. So I will be wearing Zimmerman this week.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to that. The reason I bring it up is because one of our great sponsors this week is the Collectibles Network, my buddy Cash Soroy, and he's launched this whole network. It's not only about sports cards, but they are one of the leaders when it comes to sports cards and sports cards breaks. And if you want to know more, you go to thecollectiblenetwork.com. They're changing the game in collecting, and you could be a part of it. Follow them on Twitter at CollectibleNet, or you can subscribe for free at the Collectible Network. And I know they're going to have a huge card break coming up this weekend, so you're going to want to see what they have coming up. So
check it out.
And with that, we are going to take a quick 1-minute break, and we are going to actually hear from our fantastic sponsors, and we will be right back in a moment. I got to just change the settings, and boom, we will be back after these quick words.
I'm Cash Soroy, and this is the Collectible Network, the world's first streaming network devoted to sports cards and collectible content of all kinds.
Here live on the Collectible Network.
Have you ever been in a sports card break? Try it. It's easy. Whoa! Win an online auction for your team, then watch our live stream on Twitch or YouTube, and all of the cards from the team you won get shipped to you the next day. You're amazing.
Thank you for subscribing.
Follow the Collectible Network on social media right now. The Collectible Network, where you are, we are. This is One of One.
All right, we're back up, and Splish Naturals. My voice, I don't know what's going on there. Hold on a second.
Water. You need to drink some water. You didn't drink any water on that quick little break we had there. I was drinking Path Water.
I did drink a sip. What is? Tell me about Path Water.
No, it's just fun. It comes in these bottles, electrolytes, purified. They do still sparkling.
But I did see you drop something in there this morning.
I dropped an electrolyte nun tab in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm all about the electrolytes.
Well, I need to
staying hydrated.
I need to get on that on the nun tab thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Nun is pretty legit. They have the rest tabs for magnesium for sleeping and just winding down, and yeah.
Well, and another great all-natural product is the one that we just had a word from, Splish Naturals. The CBD oil, and I've been saying all week that I've been putting it on my foot. It's been helping me with my plantar fasciitis, and it's helping me tolerate it, and it's toning down the pain on it. I seriously need to go get it looked at, though, because it's been kind of a chronic thing for me, and there's only so much a topical is going to be able to do for what I have, but it does, when I put it on, it really does make a difference, and it helps
of course,
with all kinds of muscle aches and everything.
Inflammation.
And Matt Walsh has done a terrific job with that company, and we're happy to have him on as a sponsor. And if you go to Splish Naturals, you can use the code SUPER30 now through Super Bowl weekend for a 30% discount. That's for viewers of this show, so appreciate that, and you can spread the word on that, spread the love with Splish Naturals. And you're watching the DJ Experience from Radio Row here in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's been an interesting day in the fact that right now is the first day of practice, so we're going to see the Chiefs and the Eagles later today on the field for the first time. And you talk to the guys, and they'll tell you that they need to approach it. Man, I feel like I am Pharrell on the bench today with my throat acting up. They will tell you that you need to approach it like it's the same thing, like it's just another game. And you were kind of saying that, but it's not another game. It's anything but. It's a game that you dream of being in your whole life.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's a Super Bowl, but I mean, no, if you think about it, I mean, I'm a firm believer in mind, and like you can really psych yourself out. I feel so. If you're going into it thinking, one thing, or I don't know, but it is a game. Like the Eagles, like I said, are coming in for blood for sure. So it's not like any game, but I think they just need to go do what they do what they love.
Now it's contagious. It's contagious.
It's all the talking.
It's going around.
Gosh, talking too much.
There's talking.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I think I don't know what I think.
I think I don't know what I think.
I think I'm excited.
That's the best line. I think it's going to be amazing to actually be able to.
It's too early.
Yeah, well, it is a little bit early.
Jeez.
And I just listen. We're having to do a lot of heavy lifting because our guests didn't show up today.
No, this is so great. It's
so
good.
And I don't know.
But yeah, I think back to what you were saying, like treat it like it is another game. It's what they do, right? It's their job, but they love what they do as well. So. Well,
and they do, but. You've got to appreciate the fact that it is bigger, and it is a different week, right? Because you've got to go. They are right now. The Chiefs, I believe, are the ones who went earlier today, right? And then the Eagles are going next.
Yes.
They are right now. They are live, sitting down, talking to the media.
I wish we were there.
And well, we doing the show from location from there would have been rolling cool. Players through here.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting. But at the end of the day. I think it's good for guys who never get a chance to really experience that, but it can also be a distraction when, but I've never been in that situation, so it's hard for me to really know for sure.
Right. I don't know.
Being around athletes, though, for as long as I have, the one thing I do know is once they get out on the field, that is kind of like their safe haven, right?
Yeah.
And they get to do what they're familiar with.
Yeah, totally. Oh, it's so badass.
Yeah.
It's so cool to do what they do.
It is cool. And you only get to do it for a finite period of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what are you most excited about seeing this week?
What am I most excited about?
Yeah, about seeing this week here in Phoenix.
Gronkowski. No, just seeing the players, seeing them in their element, seeing the excitement, their passion, definitely seeing some suits walking around. The fashion side of it, who's who, and the parties, like those are going to be off the chain. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really cool. It's just cool seeing.
Gronk is having a party on Saturday. There's a lot of parties on Saturday. There's the Lee Steinberg party on Saturday, which, well, I don't know. Are we going to show up to his party after he didn't come to ours?
I mean, I'm down for crashing things.
I'm down for, yeah, really? Okay. Oh, that's great. All right, so, yeah.
No, I don't crash parties like that. I'm invited.
Well, I don't think you're going to be having a problem getting any invitations to anything this week. I think that's going to be just fine. I'm just really surprised at how quiet it is here today. It was.
I think the experience here, too, is just something really cool just to be a part of and just sit back and take it all in,
Yeah, no doubt. But
yeah, because this is your first Radio Row in how many years?
I have not done Radio Row since 2007.
Yeah.
So it's been 16 years.
So, I mean, what's it like for you? What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about I think I'm most excited about going to the game as a fan.
Oh.
I've never gone to the Super Bowl as a fan. I've gone to the Super Bowl as a member of the media.
Mm-hmm.
So to walk into the stadium and sit down as a fan and be able to take in that experience, I think that's going to be awesome.
The thought of being at the Super Bowl is kind of overwhelming.
Really?
It's kind of like I go to Niners games all the time. Like Warriors games, right? Like that feeling, that excitement, that rush, the adrenaline. It's just so amazing. I love it. But the Super Bowl, that's like, I don't know. It's like you're in a sea of people. It's just it's kind of surreal. I can't even imagine it. But
yeah, going to the Super Bowl is, does it get any bigger? I mean, I think the only thing
I might faint. I won't faint. I'm joking.
I think the only thing that could possibly be bigger than the Super Bowl would be maybe going to the World Cup final. That's about the only thing that I think would possibly be on par with that.
Well, I mean, Super Bowl.
I'm trying to look through. I didn't get a chance really to edit many of the videos.
So we talked about this on a previous show, right? The first Super Bowl ticket was $12.
Actually, I saw something
now
yesterday
it's
that said it was $6
a ticket. No, $12 was the average ticket.
So
I'm sure there were
$12.
different, so the average price for a Super Bowl ticket back in the day, which did the Chiefs play in the first Super Bowl?
They did. The Chiefs played against the Packers.
Yeah,
and the game was in Los Angeles.
Right.
And
so anyway, but tickets to that game were $12 okay, we're talking 7 G's today. 7 G's.
But how much was $12 compared to?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just goes to Anyway.
No, you're right. But
it's big. Football is bigger today than it was back then. I feel, but.
There's no question. We got people walking through right now. I don't know who's walking through. So
we got some. It looks like we got some groupies.
I do know that we have. I
just saw 2 groupies.
We've got Jason
I don't want to
Jackson.
say that too loud.
Two groupies.
I did.
All right, I'm going to pull up. Henry from Media Day because we haven't played much of our stuff from Media Day. And Henry was great because he went around and was asking people. I'll ask you this question, Jess.
Okay.
Henry's question for the players, which I thought was pretty good, was he said, if you could, what is the strongest animal in the wild you could kill with your bare hands?
You're asking me?
Yeah. What is the what and I know if your life depended on it.
Animal?
I know you love furry little animals and you would never want to see harm come to any of them. But if your life depended on it, what would you?
I think if your life depends on something, that adrenaline comes in and you're stronger than you actually think you are, right?
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. I can't answer this question. I can't. No. I refuse.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, there you go. She's not answering the question.
I'm not answering the question.
I am trying to find. I thought I just downloaded that to the. I
remember him saying something about killing cats.
Yeah, I didn't like that part. I got out. I got out when he got to that part. I got out because I was like, all right, we were going to try to play a little game where we were going to try to interview 2 of the same people, or interview the same people
and ask the same
questions.
Yeah.
And see if they caught on to it. But nobody really. Nobody.
So he asked a player if your life depended on it, what animal would you kill?
Well, not
what
would you
the
kill.
answer?
What's the strongest animal you could kill in the wild with your bare hands?
What was like the?
Janarius Sneed said that he could kill a gorilla.
Oh no, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
And I asked him. I said, "What would your approach be?" And he said, "I would sneak up on him." I don't know that you would be able to sneak up on a gorilla.
Am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Like,
I think
what?
so.
We're talking about killing animals in the wild and freaking gorillas. Like, no. Let's get back to football.
Let's
or
get
fashion,
back to football.
Or
all right.
like
all right.
The who's who on and off the field, or
all right.
Like,
let's read some headlines. That was one of the segments we were going to do. Is Jess was going to do
read some headlines.
Yeah, Jess was going to give some reaction to some news. So what?
I'm not really a fan of what's going on in the news right now. I'm just checking my phone for my updates.
You're checking? Okay. Oh, all right. How about Aaron Rodgers? Where do you think Aaron Rodgers ends up?
Oh, okay. Great.
Oh, so is this Rashad?
Yeah.
Okay, Rashad Jennings is coming on. I had him listed as being on at 8, but we're getting him right now at 9, so that's perfect. So maybe that means Lee's coming on I had Rashad at 8:15. So, but anyway.
Well, you did put us on an hour earlier, so maybe yeah.
I don't know, but all I know is that this is Rashad right over there, and so
it's coming in hot. Should we put that song on? We've got to pump. We got to jazz this up. Put some music on. We need to make this the life of the party.
Yeah, 100%.
We need to spice it up.
100%.
Yeah.
So
I should have had that playing when I walked in this morning.
Well, we did have the music
coming
playing.
In hot.
We did have music playing. We just couldn't hear it because the way that the system was set up. But
that's right.
The folks at home could hear it. We had the Galantis song that we like. That's peanut butter. What's
peanut butter and jelly?
No, peanut. Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Dave and Jess. We talking about practice. We were talking about practice, not the game.
We were
Jess,
talking about
practice. Be the VIP.
Rock and Reese, by the way. Rock and Reese. We love Rock and Reese. He's always on.
Rock and Reese. I am the VIP.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
He's a big no filter guy. So.
Play Arizona by the Scorpions. Oh, hey, that's cool.
I don't know that song. Do you know Arizona by the Scorpions?
No. I mean, I could play it on my. Let's see. Arizona by the Scorpions.
The Penguin AZ is checking in. By the way, if you guys want to knock, we're more than happy and want to pop on with us. We'll take you guys on just to say hello while we're waiting.
We should wait maybe until after we have him. He's going to be on in a few. I want to be ready.
Yeah, we're ready for Rashad whenever he's ready.
Few minutes.
Yeah. So,
is this playing on the thing?
No, I think it's just getting picked up by your microphone.
Oh.
It definitely is the Scorpions, though.
Yeah.
They have a very distinctive sound.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, so we're being told we're going to have Rashad Jennings coming on very shortly. And Rashad, if you don't know, in addition to what we talked about, he played in the NFL as a running back. He played with the Jaguars, was the team that he was drafted by. And then the New York Giants was really where he had his best years. But he to make it in the NFL as a running back as long as he did, that takes a lot of durability. Everybody's always trying to hit you.
Right. Can you sorry, I know you're flip that camera so we could be.
So we're ready for him?
Rashad ready. Yeah.
Rashad ready. All right, let's see. All right, there you go. Look it. We got it set up. The backdrop is not ideal. We need to double up on their no filter.
Yeah.
Put a no filter on the other side of their thing there. But I guess it's better than just seeing although actually the background was better yesterday before they put this thing up because you could see more of Radio Row.
Yeah, I thought that was all open, but anyway.
Yeah, it was open yesterday. Yeah. We could always pop him next to you too, but it was a little bit, as I told you. You know what?
No,
sometimes you get what you wish for, though, right? Because I told you it was a little bit hard to set up yesterday with AJ and Mike. We're all sharing the table, and I got to come in and work around them and get set up. And I didn't have to deal with that today, but none of the cameras were on, so there was a different set of problems to deal with today. But it was definitely nice to be able be able to get things going. And we are definitely excited that Rashad's going to be able to join us whenever he is finished up with what he's got going on personally. All right, so while we have a second, where do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be next year? Is there any chance? He said for sure not San Francisco. And he said not San Fran, by the way, which I was surprised because he's from Northern California, and I always thought like San Fran was kind of a slight. You don't say that. You don't say Frisco. You don't say San Fran.
You don't say San Fran. No. Well, people that are not from San Francisco say San Fran.
Yeah, but Rodgers is from Northern California. He should know better.
Well, how long has it been?
He's been in Green Bay a long time.
Could have been taken out of context.
No, it wasn't taken out of context. I heard the soundbite.
Well, maybe he did it as a dig then.
Yeah, he said.
Because you just don't do it.
He said, they said, where are you going? He said, for sure not San Fran.
Yeah, it's like calling Livermore Livertucky.
Would you you want Aaron Rodgers on Livertucky? I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, Livertucky.
Would you want Aaron Rodgers on the Niners?
Absolutely.
Is the question.
Dude he's a badass. On, off, everywhere. He is just a cool guy. I've seen him play golf too, and he's so sweet with the crowd and the kids. Yeah, I go to Edgewood and watch the golf tournaments with all the pros, and it's pretty awesome to see because you could really see their true personalities and who they are off the field because it's in a more personal setting. But
Joe Manuel just checked in and said Aaron Rodgers is going to Dallas.
Dallas.
I have a hard time believing that though. I don't know if Joe is just making a bold prediction, or Rock and Reese is saying he should go to the Niners. He gets owned by them enough. Well, that is very true. I don't know if he's going to. I don't know.
He gets owned by them enough. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to Dallas because I don't know if he wants a reunion with Mike McCarthy, his former coach in Green Bay. Like I didn't think that they were.
Actually, I can see him playing for the Cowboys.
Yeah, but I don't think he loved playing for Mike McCarthy.
But yeah. I don't know.
But he would be a difference maker. You put him on a team like the Cowboys. You put him on the Niners, and that would look pretty good.
Oh man.
By the way,
why is he omitting the Niners just like that?
I don't know.
I mean, the Niners have like a love-hate. It's like a weird thing. I mean, I'm first to admit I could not watch them for literally 2 years. They were so bad. I was like, nope, I'm not enabling this behavior. I'm not watching. I'm not following. I'm not going to a game.
Well, that's what's rough about what happened with Purdy, though, right? Because if Purdy doesn't get hurt to the severity that he does, we're not. If Brock Purdy was healthy, would you even want to entertain the conversation of Aaron Rodgers coming to the Niners? Wouldn't you want to just roll on with Brock?
Yep, all the way.
Yeah,
hands down. First of all, Aaron is on his way out. Come on, he is soon. Brock has his whole freaking career ahead of him. Like, he's hungry, he's eager. Like, he had an insane story to start, and I mean, he definitely proved what he's got. So, hands down, I would take Brock for sure, or keep him.
But now we don't know what the situation is going to be.
Well, there's so many in the start, right? They were diagnosing the wrong injury, making it worse than what it was. But he should be back in 6 months, they said, or something like that. Or it wasn't as bad as they were thinking, but he's fine. Like, you're that young, you're going to heal a lot faster.
Well, no question, but at the end of the day, it's still a major surgery, and it's the kind of surgery that you can't rush it back.
Brock Purdy is to stay with the Niners.
All right,
be the QB.
The problem is
he's the next Tom Brady.
Now he opens up the door for Trey Lance, though, to get a chance to reclaim the job.
Who?
Trey Lance.
Who? I'm not hearing anything other than Brock Purdy.
La 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 la
la la la la la la la la.
3 blind mice.
Brock was so cute. He was at one of my favorite Italian restaurants in Danville, La Conda Ravello, taking a picture with the owners. And he's just so sweet. I mean, we can't give up on him just yet. He got injured. Who cares? Everyone gets injured. Big deal.
Well, everybody does get injured in the NFL. It's just a matter of
when, how,
as best you can.
Exactly.
All right.
Treatment and all that jazz.
So there's a look at our chair. So I'm wondering if possibly the time change with when I got the times for the guests, maybe somehow I put it in the calendar and it changed. So maybe that's what went wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like, yeah, I know. I can read your mind. I can read just Taylor's
President
mind.
of Communications.
President of Communications.
Very
That's
organized
your title. That is
and
your title.
very. I have many titles.
You
So
should
do
see,
you.
You should see her business card. Yes. She's President of Communications,
CEO.
Host.
Host, media personality.
And badass.
Is badassery. Yeah.
Badassery.
Yeah.
That is,
all
wait.
the
Are
things.
you
I'm
seeing
just
this
all the
outfit right
things.
here? Who's this walking through with the? Okay, hold on. We gotta turn the camera now because we've got.
Okay, no,
we've got
he's coming up.
Here he
He's
comes.
coming
We
up.
got an outfit coming through, but okay, here he
Hey.
comes. All right.
Hi. Good morning. This side right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's your headset.
All right. Rashad Jennings is. We are super excited to have you. All right, hold on. I got
let's
to turn
turn
your
him up.
mic on. I wanted to have you have the headset on. All right, now we can hear you. How you doing, man?
I'm
Is mine
good.
on?
I'm good.
Okay.
How y'all?
Good.
How's,
Thanks for being here.
How's your volume in your headset? You need more? You need less? Is it good?
A little bit more might do a little better.
All right. How about that? That a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you for taking the time
Fix
to join
the
us.
camera a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's great to have you on. And what do you?
Fix the camera a little bit.
Fix
Turn
the
it a
camera.
little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
more on
Okay.
it.
Yeah, because I started to turn it. There
There
we
we
go. Let's line that up a little bit better. All right. So welcome to the No Filter Network, man. Did you follow baseball at all? I know you're a football guy, but did you follow baseball?
No filter means what? Be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it means?
We
Nah.
could swear. We can
no
throw
filter
people
means
under
you
the
can
bus. You can
say
do whatever
anything
you want.
fucking want because it doesn't matter. We are.
Bring it.
Yeah.
Nah, listen. So this world is large and beautiful. We have so many arts to get involved in.
Uh-huh.
I never got involved in baseball because it was too boring. I played it, though. It was one of the best events to go to. I suggest it, especially if you want to take somebody out on a date.
Oh, totally.
I love the atmosphere. But
Yeah.
as far as playing it, it was just too boring for me. I jokingly, I say this. A bunch of my friends, I got a bunch of friends who play baseball. No, not, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're great athletes. But they always pop in sunflower seeds, right? You see that a lot.
That's a
So
a thing.
Football players, the only time we pop sunflower seeds are in meetings because we're bored and we're trying to stay awake.
Seriously?
So you start to
So
think
you're
about
translating that to baseball.
That's amazing. I love it.
Well, the reason I ask is because No Filter is a new streaming platform, and one of the co-founders is a guy named Eric Burns who played 10 years in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
didn't know if you followed baseball, would have known who Eric was. But 10 years in the league, kind of similar to about the amount of time you played in the NFL, right? And he was. Similar caliber player in terms of, you had a really solid career. You had some amazing years. Eric was the same way. And I'm not throwing you any shade whatsoever because the Hall of Fame is a tough place to get into. You're not going to the Hall of Fame. Eric's not going to the Hall of Fame. But, man, you had a great run in one of the major sports in this world and did it for almost a decade. That is amazing,
Impressive.
man.
Yeah. Hey, no knock at all. I knew going into it I was never going to wear a gold jacket. That had nothing to do with my idol. I didn't desire for that at all. So trust me, there's no knock.
All right. So before we get into why you're here, we've been doing this bit, and we haven't done it yet since Jess showed up because this is Jess's first day in town. She got here a little bit late this week, but we've been here. I've been here since Monday. So we do a bit called Beat the Play Clock, right? Okay. So 40 seconds is the NFL play clock. So I'm going to give you a topic, okay? And you have to talk for 40 seconds on the topic without repetition, hesitation, or deviation, which means basically you can't – the big thing that crosses people up is you can't use the same word other than you could say the topic over. So say I say the topic is football. You could say football multiple times. That's fine because it's the actual name of the topic. But you can't say quarterback more than once, or you can't say tight end more than once, whatever. So are you up for it? You want to give it a shot? Beat the play clock?
Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Can't repeat now.
All right. So, by the way, the record for the week is 37 seconds. Nobody's made it to 40. So if you can make it to 40, it's hard to do.
You got this.
I'm trying to get 10 seconds.
You got this.
Do you want to give a topic, or you want me to give a topic?
You give a topic.
All right,
this is your thing.
We're gonna keep it football related. All right. And I'll start the.
Is 40 seconds too long? Should we bring it down to 30?
Well, the play clock's 40 seconds.
All right.
This is a blatant steal from BBC Radio, by the way, over in the UK. So, but they do it. It's called just a minute. So we took 20 seconds off already.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So your topic is helmet.
Helmet. And when do we go?
I'll start the clock whenever you start talking.
Helmet.
All right. Wow. The game of football has provided an opportunity for us to explore our, I would go with American Gladiator style of play. We protect ourselves with what we identify as a helmet. Over the years of time, it has progressed. It has been influenced through movies, through CTE scans, through media trends, to now have a beautiful bucket helmet.
Wait, no, keep going, right? Keep going. Keep going.
That allows us to perform this game at a high level, protecting and providing the players with security for long-term longevity and potentially.
You made it. You made it.
Yeah,
you got the 40 seconds.
Mic drop.
You got the 40 seconds, and you made it through the 40 seconds, even with me throwing you the curve.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that was really good,
job.
man. Nice job.
Yeah.
Well, listen, he's great at so many things. We were talking this morning about your Dancing with the Stars a couple of years ago. Is that one of the things people want to talk to you about the most, or do people still want to talk to you about football?
Both the same. Depend on the audience, depend on the crowd. I tell you what, going to the airports have never been the same for me.
Oh, wow.
Appearing on Dance with the Stars. I can't go. Airports, I don't know what it is about the airports. Dance with the Stars fans exist in airports for some reason. But I loved it. I enjoyed it. I encourage every single person on this earth to experience ballroom dancing. I really sincerely mean that. That's not nobody's paying me to say that. I'm genuinely saying it from the bottom of my heart. There's an experience of dancing on a floor with your lady. It's life-changing.
Right. Well, the connection, right?
Yeah.
The physical, the mental, the emotional.
Yeah.
You're very present.
Yes.
Like, that's profound, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only reason that the man – I correlated between the relationship of a man and a woman, right? Because the only reason that the man exists on the dance floor is only one reason, and that's to make her feel beautiful. There's no other reason. And the more you actually do your job as a man, the better dancer you look. Right? It's a beautiful correlation. So I challenge people to please experience it if you haven't.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's amazing to put it in that perspective.
Yeah,
and
taking dance lessons. That's fun. That's a good Valentine's present.
It's beautiful Valentine's present.
I love that.
Take somebody ballroom dancing. I'm telling you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And it don't matter if you're good at it or not. I'll tell you what, the only thing you need to do to be able to dance is be able to count to 8. If you can count to 8 from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I promise you can learn how to dance.
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay. So were you a natural dancer before? I mean, you must have had some natural skills.
I say I can move. I don't know if I would consider myself a dancer, but playing football, playing running back, I'm nimble on my feet. I'm aware in space, but I wouldn't consider myself a dancer. I've never ballroom danced before.
Right. Well, I watched the video. I was very impressed. I was like, wow, okay.
I didn't see the actual competition when it was going on.
Yeah.
I did see the video as well, but while it was going, who was your biggest competitor? Who are you? Yeah.
Talking about baseball. Ross. David Ross was on there.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And, he was doing his thing, having a good old time. He was fun. Be on the show. I love that dude, man.
Oh.
He's hysterical. Normani. We had Simone Biles was on that show. Also Nick Val from The Bachelor. He was on there. Mr. T.
Mr. T
was on there. Nowhere.
I pity the fool. Yeah, he was on there having a good old time.
We got another impersonation. I love it.
Yeah, that one's going to have to get clipped up and go
cool.
on social. Wait, I mean, that must have been amazing to meet Mr. T.
Yeah, that was an honor. True honor to meet Mr. T.
Was he a good dancer?
All around.
Yeah, I mean, I would look. He was moving. I mean, he's he's a little bit up there and slowed down a little bit, but he was out there having a smile on his face, good time, man. I enjoyed Mr. T and his personality. He was walking around backstage the whole time, just like being him. He was giving away little gifts, that little buttons you press, and it just yells, "I pity the fool."
Oh, man.
You know what I
fun.
mean? So he was a ride to be around.
Yeah, that was
cool.
All right. So let's talk about why you're here today. What's going on with you?
Yeah, man. Actually, it's funny talking about relationships and things. One of the things that I'm excited to do at this journey and juncture in my life is create. I'm creative. I write my first time writing a book, became a New York Times bestseller. I wrote 4 more after that.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I make music. I do a lot of things. And at this stage in my life, I said I wanted to create a form that I haven't seen exist yet. And that is where men come together and talk about marriage, right? So the show is called After I Do. What really happens, right? What do we go through? What's our thought process, right? Our eyes don't break when we get married. How do you handle that, right? Like, so this is a form I've been working on for a while. I actually studied psychology and sociology and got an honorary doctorate degree in humanities. The reason why is because in the latter years of my life, not today, in the latter years of my life, maybe in my 50s, 60s, I plan to be a premarital marital counselor.
Wow.
I think there's a lot to be said for broken communities with broken marriages, healthy communities, healthy marriages.
Right.
And I'm starting that conversation now with the show called After I Do. So if you're a guy that would love to be a part of that community, and also just even watch, make sure we're developing it right this second, probably in another month it'll be ready, but email me your interest to be on the show. It's not for celebrities. It's for everybody. And it's AID, After I Do, AID at RashadJennings.com. Just email me your interest. We're going to make sure that you get pinged as soon as the show starts.
AID at RashadJennings.com.
Yeah.
Where is this show going to air? Do you have distribution for it yet? Where's it going to be?
We're doing it all ourselves. It's going to exist on YouTube.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a great idea.
And when is it? When are you starting it?
We're going to be starting it next month.
Next month. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Where are you shooting it?
So we're shooting it in San Diego.
Okay. Gee, really? Why don't you pick some place a little bit more desirable there, Rashad? Is that home for you, San Diego?
Currently, yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Well, I know you played with the Raiders. We're both from the Bay Area.
Okay.
So in fact, I was working. Well, no, I had just left. I just went to. I spent the last 10 years as the television announcer for the Minnesota Timberwolves before coming and doing the stuff with No Filters, and I left the Bay Area to go take that job in 2012. So I missed you and the Raiders. I was working in the Bay Area slightly before that. But where out of the three cities you played in, right? You were in Jacksonville, Oakland, and New York. I'm going to guess New York was probably your favorite, or where was your favorite place to be?
So I have a special place, a special place in my heart for each organization for different reasons, right? At Jacksonville, they gave me my first shot. And, I'm from a small town, little town called Forest, Virginia. And so the fact that I got to start off my career in a smaller market was actually good for me. I got a chance to be introduced to the NFL. It wasn't like a monster at the time. And then I went to a bigger market in Oakland. And then I went to the Huges in New York. So I got groomed, I would say, to handle all the things that come with playing in the NFL. But by far, I still bleed blue. 100%, but I cheer for every organization I've ever been with. I still go support when I'm in Jacksonville, obviously in Oakland, going to Vegas, and then New York. I'm doing some stuff with the Giants later on this evening. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm still a G-man.
Love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was talking to Strahan a little bit yesterday at the Fox Media Day, and you kind of do you smile when you see how big a star he's become?
Yeah, he's. And he did it seamlessly, too.
He did.
Just like it was meant for him. It was already set up and staged. He's somebody I keep in good contact with. He wrote a foreword for my first book as well. I think he's a special guy. Yeah. And I don't know if you ever got a chance to sit down and talk with him, but he looks at the world through a lens of excitement that I really appreciate. And I try to borrow some of his energy from time to time.
Aw, I love
he does have energy.
Yeah. No, he's a cool cat. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So I found out you're a Jordan Davis fan.
Yeah. Yes.
I love Jordan Davis. When anyone asks me who's your country singer, because I love country, I'm from Texas originally, and it's Jordan Davis. And I saw that, I was like, oh, we have something in common. Yeah. Love him. Church in a Chevy, Made That Way, Dreamed You Did. Like, yeah.
Hey, listen, I just went to go see him in concert
a couple days ago.
2 days ago.
Right.
And
he's amazing to see, right?
He's humble. He's really a humble dude.
Yeah. Most of them are. Yeah, those country singers.
Was he here, or was that before he got out here?
That was he did that show. He performed in Anaheim.
Okay.
And went out there, checked him out, and we've been trying to catch up with each other for a while. He's kind of a fan of a fan.
Yeah.
And I'm a big country fan. I'm from the country. Go to Stagecoach every year. I picked up a guitar to learn how to play in college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
You taught yourself, so you dance. I mean, obviously, amazing athlete. We've talked not a lot about that, but amazing athlete. You dance, you play guitar.
Yeah.
This is.
You'll appreciate this. So, every offseason in the NFL, I picked up a new art or craft to learn. I'm a true autodidact. I'm addicted to learning new things. And so the first year I picked up a guitar, learned how to play it well. The next offseason I picked up archery. Crazy. I loved archery, too.
Okay.
It was really fun. I don't know if you've ever done that.
I have not.
Gym class in high school, but yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
The next offseason, Olympic-style fencing. Very odd. Challenging art. A
little scary.
I actually did fencing play-by-play for the Olympics back in '16, so I have a little bit of an affinity for fencing.
Nice.
Were you doing foil or épée or saber?
Saber.
Saber.
Yeah.
Saber's the craziest one, man.
Yeah. I was like, if I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Go all in.
All right, so I got to ask you your thoughts on the Super Bowl. What's your take on this game?
So it's tough for me. I had to be honest. I just didn't want the 49ers to win. So
man!
Wow.
Since they're out, I don't really care who wins. So other than that, I got different reasons why I would want both teams to win. So I'm just cheering for whoever has the ball in their hand and sticking to their offense.
Yeah.
All Sunday.
Why didn't you want the 49ers to win?
So there is a couple different reasons. One, I felt like that they were too dominant the entire season.
They played very well, which is deserving to go to the bowl, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They absolutely did. There was a couple buddies of mine that were talking way too much trash to me about them winning, so I had to go against them.
Oh, wow. It's personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
and they had to go against the Bengals, and I really wanted the Bengals to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're good.
So.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Bengals and the Niners, but I had personal reasons too, right? It all comes down to who your ties are. Right. I do want to ask you before you go.
I have a question too.
Oh, go ahead. You go. Cool.
I want to hear about your foundation. I read about that, and I got teared up a little bit. Like, I love that so much. So can you share a little bit about the foundation that you started?
Yes, ma'am. It's self-titled Rashad Jennings Foundation. I grew up an overweight, asthmatic kid, reading comprehension deficit. I struggled academically, and I was fifth-string running back, too, in high school. It's a long story. But one thing I realized is how important literacy is. And because I struggled academically, legitimately, I really understand what it's like to be in school and feel behind.
Right.
It's always a catch-up. And it wasn't until I really had some people in my life believe in me before I knew who I was and really straightened me out that fortitude me this opportunity to be in a position. I tell people there's nothing special about me. It's just a position I'm in. And so I get to be a magnifying glass towards things I believe are important. And one of the things that are important is our youth being able to read. 85% of those who are incarcerated have a reading level of third grade or below. There's actually some science behind those who even have the ability to read and comprehend are more likely to become a law-abiding citizen. There's so many researchers.
I would agree with that, yeah.
And so for me, being this guy, right, that plays in the NFL, I get to go inside these schools and inspire kids to actually read. And so they've done a lot of different research on what makes chips actually addictive and release certain endorphins in our brain, right? It's the amount of carbohydrates, sodium, and sugar.
Right.
Boom, release endorphins. That's why you can't just have one. So I've took my shot on making reading addictive for young boys specifically.
Yeah.
And the comments that I've had back from teachers and principals, and especially the emails from parents, are amazing. That's what keeps me going.
I'm getting the goosebumps.
And
I love it.
I think if you can't change the world with one swipe, but you definitely can make a dent on communities. And I try to do that.
Yeah, amazing. You're wanting to work on marriages. You're wanting to work on children. Like, that's just incredible.
I mean, it really.
love that so much.
You're making a difference in the world. You're using your
generational.
platform.
That's generational changes.
Yes,
working,
ma'am.
especially with marriages, because your family can alter your family, right?
Amen.
And it starts with the parents.
That's a great line. Your family altar can alter your family.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up, or did you hear that
I've
from
been
somebody?
saying that forever.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You could go ahead and use that one.
Use
I'm
it.
gonna quote you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quote you.
All right. I know we're low on time, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about fan-controlled football, because we just taped a podcast last week with Andy Dolich, and you must know Andy if you're working in fan-controlled football. And so we haven't dropped the podcast yet. That's going to come out next week. But real quick, what was that like to be a coach in that situation and also a player? And what are your thoughts on it going forward?
It was cool. I enjoyed it, man. Fantasy football is just fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you this, though. I didn't play it when I was in the NFL, and I despised it when I was in the NFL because I didn't know nothing about it. I just heard a bunch of comments of, yo, why ain't you score for me? Da-da-da. I'm like, what are people yelling at me about, right? And so now that I'm on the fan side and not a player, I really get the fun of it. So I actually run a bunch of leagues every single year. Love people to sign up and join. We meet every Tuesday, talk trash to each other about what happened Monday.
Love that.
But it's really a good time. And I tell you what, he's a tough one. He's a tough coach to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be interesting though to be in something that's trending like that and paying attention to the fact that fans want to be involved, and it's great. Rashad, appreciate the time, man. I know you got other interviews to do. Go spread the word, and man, keep on doing what you're doing because you're making an impact on society, and we appreciate it.
Amazing.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be following you for sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right,
It was great meeting you.
Rashad Jennings, man, how cool was that?
Yeah.
He's just an interesting dude.
Hey, just want to shake your hand.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
by the
you
way,
so
hey,
much.
we need to. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little breather. Rashad, before you walk away, we're getting everybody that comes by to sign 2 footballs. We're going to give them away to our viewers at the end of the week. So what I'm going to do is, we had a request for a song, Arizona. I'm going to actually play that right now on our stream. So that gives us a little bit of a 4-minute break here as well, just to be able to breathe. So
all right.
We are going to treat you to the Scorpions, Arizona, and Jess and I will be back. Yeah, that was great, man. I appreciate it. The Sharpie was here. Oh, here it is.
Thank you. Y'all Impact busy today, huh?
Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Yeah, so we're just now. Do you need to use the restroom at all, or because Lee's here? But we've got.
I can wait.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you so much again. I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yes, ma'am.
Rashad, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Last time it was in Arizona.
Yes. I remember that, man.
Okay.
That was great.
Oh my
See,
God.
no, that's what it's going to be fun if you remember that. That was.
Yeah.
I had it. I put it in my calendar as 9. Just
Right.
I'm with Rashad. Nice to meet you officially, Alexi. How's it going? Thank you. That was such a fun interview.
It was,
Y'all
yeah.
were great.
Oh, thank you.
That was so fun. Were you taking anybody else throughout the day? Or
who you have?
all my big guys are Friday, so I've got a couple smaller ones for you, see if you like them. I've got Miles Burris, who played for the Raiders for a couple of years and now has a show everybody's on. Everybody that hates Chris, actor, really very good looking guy.
Yeah.
Just as an aside, and then I have the Hollister twins tomorrow. So Jacob and Cody Hollister, they both played in the league for a long time. Jacob won his and you've got my favorite guy coming up right now. So, but yeah, I have Jacob and Cody.
Do you want to? Yeah, I mean, I would say yes, but I just need to check the times. But I have both. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Lee. We're in. We're just in a little break, but I'm going to pop out of it here. Well, no, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to. When you're ready, we'll get started. Are you able to hear? Okay.
I can.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Perfect. All right. We're gonna. I'm gonna drop out of this.
You having a good day?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Good. It's a great place to be to have a good day, right?
All right, there you go. The Scorpions, Arizona, by request. And, and look, we're back with another guest. Lee Steinberg has joined us, and Lee is a super agent who Lee and I have talked over the years. The last time I did Radio Row was at the Super Bowl. I don't even know what Super Bowl that was. Was it 50 maybe? No, it had to be more than that. It was back in 2007, the Colts Bears, and it rained. It was crazy. Prince did the halftime show though. That was a great year, and you were kind enough to join my show then when I had a radio show in Denver. We're thrilled to have you here. By the way, this is the gorgeous and fantastically smart and witty and creative Jessica Taylor.
Hi, so, nice to meet you.
So it's great to have you on the DJ Experience here on the No Filter Network. You have your hands in so many things always at all times. So let's talk about what do you have going on currently?
Well, we have a quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Yes, you do. You sure do.
So that's exciting. Probably if you were representing football players, there would be three things that would be especially compelling. One would be having the first pick in the draft, another having players go into the Hall of Fame, but definitely having a quarterback in the biggest marketing event in America is quite a highlight. And this is his third time in 5 starting seasons, so it's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, special.
How did the relationship with Patrick come to develop? How did he become become to sign with you?
So his parents really were the screeners, and it was meeting with his father, Big Pat, and his mother, Randy. And it's always a sharing of values. Our practice is about athletes as role models, retracing their roots to the high school, collegiate, and professional level, and setting up charitable programs. So they related to that. And then I had a long history of quarterbacks and 64 first-round draft picks, so I think that helped. And so you did a series of meetings, and then at the end of the season, Patrick was involved.
Jess is somebody who is a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. So can you tell her a little something about Patrick as a person that the average person might not know?
That he's someone who is really concerned with the feelings of others.
Oh, I can see that.
He would ask you how you're doing. He's not self-absorbed. He's and very grounded. Grew up in an athletic background, so knows not to get too high or too low.
Right.
But really a giving person and not all about himself.
Yeah. I've seen him play golf. So seeing him in that element is special because you really get to see who he is, right, with the fans and kids. And, remarkable football player and an awesome golf player, just awesome. But he had said Kelsey on opening night, he had said, Kelsey hurts my feelings every day, but I don't let it get to me and I still go out there and play. Right. But no, he's a great dude. Dynasty.
What was it like for you to get started, Lee? I mean, you've been doing this for so long, and I mean, you were basically the guy who they had in mind when they made Jerry Maguire. I know you advised on the film, but take us back to the very, very, very beginning. What made you decide, hey, I want to do this, and how did you go from having that idea to actually getting that first client?
Well, I never had the idea because there really wasn't much of a field of sports agentry. I was student body president at Cal Berkeley in the late 60s. Ronald Reagan was governor, and every time we demonstrated, he cracked down.
Right.
So I learned everything I needed to learn about the art of negotiating from dealing with then Governor, later President Reagan. And I was a dorm counselor in an undergrad dormitory, working my way through law school, and they moved the freshman football team into the dorm. And one of the students was Steve Bartkowski, who was the quarterback. And in 1975, he became the very first player picked in the first round of the NFL draft. And he asked me to represent him. I had just gotten out of law school. I was brimming with legal experience, never having practiced. And I had the first pick, and we got the largest rookie contract in NFL history. And Again, it was a time where a team owner could just hang up the phone and say, we don't deal with agents. There was no guaranteed right of representation. So now this would be my 49th draft coming up, and there have been a few changes.
Love that.
It's pretty amazing. I'm curious, what was the percentage for Steve Bartkowski, if you don't mind sharing it? And how did you come up with a number?
I think it was 5%, and I just took what Hollywood agents did and took 50% of that. But now the fees are regulated so that the most you could charge a football player for his negotiation is 3%. And in basketball, it's 4%, and in baseball, it's 5%.
And you see some of these players, and the names are escaping me, but I know some players now have decided, hey, I'm going to forget about the agent and negotiate the deal myself. I'm sure as an agent, you would say that's probably a terrible idea. But with things being so structured and so regulated, where is it that you have to do your most work now?
Well, first of all, there are not very many players who have gone without agents, but it all starts with the draft, and it starts with understanding what the right way is to approach the draft and how to get through scouting and what the right events are to go to and how to deal with injury and how to deal with showcasing. And then it goes to a holistic plan that goes all the way to second career and what's going to happen there. And then it deals with charity and community and retracing of roots. And then it goes to mentoring a player so that they understand how to get in and approach the pro game. And the contract negotiation at the rookie level is pretty structured, but not at the veteran level. And at the veteran, it's free negotiating. So there's still an extraordinary amount to do. And generally in football and basketball and baseball, the player will have an agent and a financial planner. So it's not a huge network, but it's someone to talk to about being angry because you're not starting.
Right. It's multifaceted. Right. Yeah.
How often have you gotten on the phone with a franchise and talked to them about, a guy like my guy's not playing enough? Does that happen?
I'd be real reticent to interfere with a coach. They probably wouldn't welcome that comment a whole lot, but it's how you deal with the player and the fact that encouraging him to go talk to the coach and figure out what he has to do to earn more starting time and to play more and to have an open dialogue and not to just sit frustrated, but to approach a coach from the standpoint of what can I do in practice or in games to encourage you to use me more. That will be taken well.
It's all about the way you handle it, and obviously you've made quite a living at doing that. So you have a lot of ties to the Bay Area. We are both Bay Area residents,
Love the Bay Area.
And so tell me a little bit about what was it like for you going to school at Cal. I know you mentioned the crackdowns on the demonstrations, but that must have been a heck of a time for you to be living in Berkeley during those years.
Well, when I was student body president, Berkeley was the epicenter of rock music, long hair, herbal substances.
I don't think it's changed much, actually.
Exactly. And it was sort of exciting because people wanted to come to Berkeley to sort of touch the lodestone of student activism and what was happening. So I met people like Jimi Hendrix and.
Well, wait!
So
you got to meet Jimi Hendrix? That's awesome. What was that like?
I toured him around Berkeley. I showed him what was happening there. Jim Morrison, somebody else I met.
Oh, Jim Morrison. Oh,
wow.
I have one of his books that has like all of his writings in it, and that's so awesome. Yeah.
I mean, it was Gloria Steinem. There were many people floating through, Timothy Leary, that I got a chance to meet, and the music. Oh, the music was amazing. It was the Beatles and the Stones and Jefferson Airplane, and it was Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and Cream, and it was pretty crazy.
Have you represented any musicians and any record deals? Is that something you've done as well?
No, for a millisecond I helped Mick Fleetwood on some things.
Oh.
But no, representing football, baseball, basketball, soccer has been enough. And working on movies, writing books. I'm just turned in the first draft on my third book.
And what's it about?
Comeback.
Okay.
It's goes through different experiences I've had and picks up where my last book, The Agent, left off.
Oh.
And I'm working on a health and wellness project that can hype energy for athletes in critical situations and can rehabilitate them quicker with stem cells and light stem and hyperbaric oxygen. And there are some new breakthroughs we're doing in the area of concussion, where there's one process called RTMS and there's another called Nestry brain training. And from a standpoint of neuroplasticity, the theory has always been the brain just gets worse and never gets better. But now we've got some new modalities that can bring it back.
Well, if anybody's just tuning in, we're with, if you don't recognize this man, you're I don't know why you wouldn't, but Lee Steinberg, a fantastic agent. I do want to ask you, with your Bay Area ties, and I'm reading, and I didn't even realize this, but you were instrumental in the Giants staying in San Francisco back in the early 90s. What was your involvement with that, and how happy are you to see them now, because they've got the best ballpark in all the major leagues?
So it was 1992, and Mayor Frank Jordan called me and said that the Giants had signed a binding agreement with a group of businessmen in Tampa Bay to move the team to Tampa Bay. And he didn't want to see that happen. Now, I grew up a Dodger fan, ironically. But I just thought it was wrong to tear that team out of the heart of the Bay Area. And I had lived many years in Berkeley. And so I said, well, why are we just accepting this? So I went up for about 6 weeks and worked to convince the National League it was against the best interests of baseball to allow this move to happen. We had to find a local ownership group. I had a friend, Larry Baer, who was working in New York for CBS, had to have him come back. He put together some potential owners. We had to come up with the stadium plan, but we mostly had to convince people to fight, to hold on to the team. And I remember doing a ESPN broadcast that was Goodbye to Candlestick, and it was Willie McCovey did one inning and Willie Mays did another, and I did an inning of color saying the premise of this is wrong, we can save this team. So team got saved. I got a day in San Francisco in my name, and then I got sued by the Tampa Bay group for $3 billion.
Wow.
For tortious interference with contractual relationship. But I was happy because my home, the Bay Area, kept its team.
What happened with the lawsuit?
Impressive.
What happened with the lawsuit?
It was thrown out because I was seen as advocating free speech. It was I was exercising my right of free speech, which was
there you go.
That the team shouldn't leave, and it was ridiculous. My premise was you cannot get fans to support what, after all, is a private business and attach an obligation to come if the team wins, if the team loses, they're your San Francisco Giants, and all of a sudden say, no, they're a private business, we can just move them. are we going to move Golden Gate Bridge next? Are we going to move Ghirardelli Square? Are we going to move the park? I mean, what's next?
Right.
So
right.
Anyway, we were, and then in '94 helped L.O. Harris keep the A's in Oakland.
Although that's a whole nother story where the A's are going to end up.
Right. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
It's all about facilities. So you have to build a facility. What I recommended to them was to build a sports town contiguous to the stadium where it is, because it's so cold, it's so dark, it's so isolated that you could make that the hub of retail, the hub of a sports related town. You could do that and build it up. But what happened was, when we helped the A's keep that, the Oakland keep the A's, the Raiders were gone. But all of a sudden they came back, and the result was it wasn't a very good stadium for either baseball or football.
Right.
And so, and then, it was tragic to lose the Raiders, and
now the Warriors are gone over to San Francisco.
Right.
So the A's are the only team left standing over there.
So
and the stadium is just.
So you need a stadium plan.
Right.
Maybe Howard Basin. You need a stadium plan.
Right.
Okay, we buried the lead because we know that you've got the big shindig coming up on Saturday. So we need to know: are we dressed to impress Saturday? What's the what's the dress for the party on Saturday?
You
Dressed to impress.
Marvelous the way you are.
Aw, thank you.
You would be very much in there. But yeah, we'll have about 4,000 of my closest friends, and we're raising money for the homeless, and we're doing a brain health summit where we're having neurologists from across the country, and we're going to showcase. We're doing humanitarian awards for. Dave Ziegler's getting one from the Raiders for the philanthropic things that owners and players do off the field to highlight that, and then Nick Lowry's Champions for the Homeless is the cause, and we'll be helping homeless people here in Phoenix.
Oh. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm in awe. I love this.
Yeah.
There's more than to this, this Super Bowl and being here during the week than just parties and interviews. There's good stuff happening behind the scenes. Love that.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing a lot of things to advance some really noble causes. All right, before we let you go, Lee, I have a feeling he's going to crush this.
Okay.
Because author, attorney, just probably the smartest guy we'll have on the show the entire week. So we've kind of ripped off a bit from BBC radio because, that's what we do in the entertainment industry, right? You something that works, you borrow it and make it your own. So they do a bit called Just a Minute. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. We've changed it and we've tweaked it to beat the play clock. So you got to beat the NFL play clock, which is 40 seconds. So how it works is, by the way, start thinking of a topic because I'm putting you're on. You've got to come up with the topic for this one. So how it works is she's going to give you a topic, and once you have the topic, you need to speak for 40 consecutive seconds without hesitation, deviation, or repetition. You can repeat the actual topic, but any other words that are pertinent words, obviously you can say the and as much as you want, but any other words that are pertinent words other than the topic itself, you can't repeat. And you can't deviate, you can't hesitate. You got to go for 40 seconds if you can beat the clock. And by the way, we just had Rashad Jennings on it. I knew you saw it. You crossed paths with him. He got to 44. That's our record for the week. So you can. I have a feeling you're going to set a record. So are you both ready? You got a topic ready?
I think I have a topic.
Okay.
Just a one word. Just anything.
Just a one-word topic.
It's the first word coming to mind.
Okay, are you ready? I'll start the clock when you start talking. You can go ahead and give the topic.
All right, brain.
Brain health is critically important for people to understand that what used to be seen as the degeneration of the brain, which was inevitable, now is from the standpoint of neuroplasticity, something that can be helped, something that can be altered, something that can be rehabilitated, and something that is for the future a bright and shining prospect. We'll look at health the way we've seen it in the past and think about the fact that it is savage. We'll look at putting poison in people's bodies like it was bleeding people back in the day or in the Civil War.
You just made it to a minute.
You made it to a minute.
You made it to a minute.
I could just listen to you talk about the brain literally all day long. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this stuff. I love it.
Yeah, you crushed the play clock. Forget about beat the play clock.
Actually, yeah, great job. I love that. Thank you for, like a self-educator, I love the knowledge. But I have a question. So apparently word on the street is the players need to treat the Super Bowl like any other game. Do you believe that? Do you feel that same way?
Once they're on the playing field, they need to treat it like any other game. They're totally aware of everything that surrounds this. And this game offers someone the opportunity to move from a very good football player to a household name. Because we have a celebrity-making machine that consists of talk shows and magazines and a variety of celebrity shows that the winning athletes here who perform dramatically will get put into. And after a couple weeks, all of a sudden, it doesn't matter if you're a hardcore football fan because this game transcends that. People that never watch a football game pay attention to this, and it offers the possibility of completely transforming someone into a household name.
By the way, I just thought of something when I heard you talking about that being transformed into a household name. I'm curious, a lot of players are good at transforming themselves into household names by things that they do on social media. As an agent, how has social media changed things for you, and how often do you have to have conversations with clients and say, hey, about the way that they approach that and what they put out there?
The social media now has become the currency of how an athlete can be marketed. So how many followers they have on Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and Instagram is now the currency when someone goes to do an endorsement, a book deal, a speaking engagement, and everything else. And the information flow, the way that we become aware of things has moved away from newspapers, magazines, and network television, and now goes that way. So everything is about the brand. Everything is about the appearance on social media. Everything is about understanding how things appear or play, the ability to get into controversy, all the rest.
Well, it's not going to go away anytime soon, so to learn to manage it, I think is huge. Lee, it has been a pleasure, and we'll look forward to seeing you this weekend, and enjoy your week here at the. What Super Bowl is this for you, by the way? What number?
48.
48.
Amazing.
48.
So he has
Which
Tony
ones did
Bruno
you miss?
beat.
Which ones did you miss?
Well,
the first four?
No, when I was still before I practiced.
Okay, all right. Well, you've got a good run going. Appreciate the time,
Thank you
and always
so
a pleasure, and
much.
we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
Lee Steinberg, he's an amazing guy. I knew he was going to blow by. The number. He did, by the way. He did use the word health twice, but he said brain health, so I kind of let it slide because brain was the topic.
Right.
So I let it slide, and he's all about the brain health. So that's good. All right. So.
Oh yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to give us another breather.
Davis.
I'm going to give us another breather by queuing up. Yes. So
McCaffrey walked by the way.
Okay. Well, we're going to have.
I saw him. I was like, excuse me.
And so did Joe Montana. So I think we're going to let people listen to you. Tell me which Jordan Davis song should we entertain the folks with while we walk to stretch our legs for a quick minute and go see who we can line up to come up.
Well, so I named 3. I named Church in a Chevy, Made That Way, and Dreamed You Did.
Well, I like Made That Way is the only one that I actually know. So let's do that one. Where is the official? I'm looking for the official. Here we go.
Made That Way, right?
Here we go. Is it this one? It's probably this one.
Well,
nope, that one is
official. It should be at the top. Right, it's right there. Official.
Yeah, but that's official audio. Was there not an actual music video for it?
I don't know.
Let's see. All right, well, maybe we're just going to play the song.
Well, here, a fizzle? A fizzle?
A
shizzle, my nizzle? Yo, Snoop Dogg is in the house. Snoop Jess is in the house.
Snoop Jess is in the house. All right.
I'm an OG to hip-hop music, and I'm clearly an OG to country, but.
All right, well, we're going to
skip that ad.
Skip the ad. All right, and we're just going to play this version of it. That's what we're going to do. And Jess and I are going to go stretch our legs for a quick moment, and we'll be back in a few minutes. And Jess is going to go see about McCaffrey. I'm going to go see about Montana, and things could start getting real interesting real quick. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Check you later, taters.
Here on the DJ Experience.
I got a meeting with DJ Dozier, who is interested in our grounding mattresses for all the athletes that they're representing. Right.
Hello, hello.
I will. All right, talk to you.
I was able to get one of them working. That was kind of, I don't know. I got one working. Okay. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, it should.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but it's all right. We're good. Okay, good. I ended up throwing my other webcam up for the other one, and we're good. All right, I had to replay the song, so I think we need to go back on here. Oh, I didn't know. I was worried the song was going to end. So, and it was a good thing I came back when I did because it was over.
Did we find the wallet? Yes. All intact? All intact? Amazing. Amazing, amazing.
All right. Let's see. I just need to go. And that. All right. Hope you missed us. We're back. The DJ experience on Radio Row. It's heating up, and we've got activity here now as well because we've got Robin has arrived. She's getting ready for the Tony Bruno show, which will be coming up about 50 minutes from right now. And I did neglect to ask Lee about CBD because with Splish Naturals, and you know how impressed he is with how things have changed because he was talking about
right.
all the
brain and
and
healing and
the healing
altering
power of all that. I'm going to hold off on rolling the break with Splish Naturals for just a little bit, but I will mention you should go to splishnaturals.com and you should definitely check out their products of CBD. And if you use the code SUPER30 between now and the Super Bowl, you'll get a 30% discount. So how cool was Lee Steinberg?
He's such a cool little cat he is.
Right?
Yeah. I really enjoyed him so much. His energy, just his presence, and his history.
Yeah, and I had no idea
incredible.
That he was involved with saving the Giants.
Wow, you learned something new.
Yeah, I mean, think about that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And
he was almost sued over it.
He was.
And to think freedom
sued.
of speech came in for the win.
Yeah, how much did he say he was sued for? $3 billion.
I thought he said billion.
Yeah, he said $3 billion.
Billion, yeah. Yeah, there was no mistake with the B or the M.
Okay,
billion.
Let's give people a little look at what we got going on here right now.
Some behind the scenes action.
Yeah, we've got, here's a look at, there's Robin and her crew. They're getting things ready. And they've got, look at that, Tony's got a new sponsor, Caraco's exclusive grounding system. So there you go. Check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So cool
stuff.
They've got it going on. So we saw during the Lee Steinberg interview, we saw some big time celebrities floating around. Joe Montana and Christian McCaffrey, and
we made eye contact. Just want to put that out there, people.
You and Christian McCaffrey.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Sorry. What is his girlfriend's name? Olivia.
I don't know.
We made eye contact.
Well, I mean, everybody.
What a stud of a player, like badass.
Yeah.
49ers player, like he is incredible.
Yeah, he was such a huge difference. The 49ers should be here this week.
Well, McCaffrey's here.
No, but you know what I mean.
Look at his face. You've got something to say over
there? I know. Well, listen, you feel free to jump on, man.
You got something to say about my boys?
Yeah, feel free to jump on. We can get Mike to jump on if he wants. I want to know what happened this morning. Why they were MIA this morning. That's what I want to know. He's helping. His main job is he's here to help Robin and Tony with their show. So he's doing that right now. But he's donning the no filter hat.
How did I get out of the picture here? Okay.
All right, Mike.
Hey.
Mike is jumping on. All right, what happened this morning, man?
So apparently,
allegedly,
AJ had so much fun at the event last night.
I'm calling all the things.
That he didn't hear his alarm clock this morning. So I logged in remotely from the desert. I open up the stream, and I see nothing. I see myself looking back at me. I see one person in the stream, and this person is me. I again go through the capabilities, and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't get the host link. I got a guest link. So not only am I in the stream by myself,
you're a
talking
guest.
To myself, I'm a guest.
You're only a guest.
So my functionality from that end was extremely limited. So I'm like, all right, adapt, overcome.
There you go.
Close it down, pick up the phone, call. No answer. I'm like, shit. Text message says nothing. I call the great sponsor here, Rob with Carico, and he's like, I haven't heard from him either. Let me reach out. I'm like, Rob, listen, jump inside the stream. Let me see if I can interact with you. He's firing off messages, test, can you hear me? I'm like, I'm getting nothing on my end. Call AJ back up. He's like, yeah, man, I overslept. I got a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to pack up things and move and coordinate. And I'm like, all right, man, well, your call. Like, if you want to kill it, kill it. You don't want to kill it, but what you're going to do, you got to do now because I don't have any kind of capability. So he's like, all right, well, team decision. I was like, listen, just get rid of it now, regroup, come back hard, home tomorrow. First thing in my mind, I was like, shit. Dave and Jess are sitting there. I said, and I'm usually the guy who's like plugging all this stuff in. So I'm trying to prep like the night before, and I'm like, listen, I'll set up all their cords. So all you need to do is like, I'm going to attach it to the dongle, just fire it up. And I was like,
oh.
One more step. I'm like, wait, we have to actually fire up these cameras too for him to recognize on his end. So I'm sitting there like twisting and screaming. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God, But anyway, you guys are professionals.
Okay, we got it
done.
You
figured it out.
Well, I even contributed to the camera fixing.
Really?
I tightened it. It was crooked.
Yeah, she was great with the framing, but it was bizarre because and thank you. I did notice all the cords were set up. Everything was neatly organized, but I turned on the cameras and it was it didn't go as smoothly as I thought it should have. I was only able to get one that actually provided a video feed that I was able to take. That's why I've got my little small web camera there, but whatever, we're on the air and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And you get what you wish for, because I said to Jess when I picked her up yesterday, I said it's kind of interesting to get started. I said because AJ and Mike, they have their show and I have to kind of come work around them. I said I almost wonder if it might be easier, like just if the table was empty.
Right.
And I got what I wished for this morning.
It was.
And it was. It was not
completely.
It was not
barren.
It was
it's like, oh, okay.
So I'll take that L for the team. I'll take that L.
Well,
no, it was all good.
Yeah.
Hey, it was all good. But I knew it. I'm like, last night that party got everybody.
It did. And I think a lot of times the jet lag caught up to a lot of people as well. Finally adjusting after a couple days. So
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in like Flynn. So.
In like Flynn.
In like Flynn. All ready to go. I
Yeah.
heard you talking about my Eagles though.
Yeah, well,
Eagles can suck a duck. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
That's my hashtag. Quack, quack, and Eagles can suck a duck.
Just
sorry.
Shut down that connection like immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, listen.
Hey, you can pounce on my Niners?
A little bit.
No.
Well, they're
it
down.
goes two-way, darling. This
listen,
is a two-way street, honey
if
bunny.
If you got a hurt animal and you smell blood in the water, you got to just keep going after it. You guys would have done the same thing.
Listen, the Niners.
What do you mean?
The Niners are the team that's here if Purdy doesn't get hurt. I fully believe that. But listen, hey,
yeah.
or at least
to each their own.
At least we would have had a game.
You would have had a game, yeah. And I will proffer the fact that the Devontae catch before the touchdown. You get those calls when you're at home. They hurry up. They got to the line. The ball, the nose of the ball touched the ground. That kind of rolls it. But you're right. I mean, you can't predict the fact of Purdy getting smacked by Reddick and the arm going out of whack, and you keep him in the game. I honestly thought that had Shanahan kept McCaffrey in as a wildcat kind of quarterback,
might have been more effective.
They would have been more effective.
Yeah, but if he had even said anything on that call changed the entire game.
Absolutely.
If Shanahan stepped in and was like, not happening, no, it would have been a completely different outcome, and Purdy wouldn't have been hurt. Let's talk about that.
Changes the whole course of the game. It does. It does change the whole course of the game.
It does.
I think what Shanahan should have done is, in hindsight, it's easy to say, right? Monday morning quarterback or Monday morning coach, but why not call a timeout? You don't necessarily have to challenge right away. Call a timeout so you have a chance to see another replay.
Right.
Okay. And then while you're in the timeout, be like, you know what, I want to challenge that.
Sure.
Because that.
Sorry. I think I see there's a Kelsey brother over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go get
Listen,
him.
I'm just going to.
Well,
I need to start telling the people who's who and what's going on over here.
Okay. Which Kelsey
Right
brother
there.
are you seeing?
Right there. I can't. It's the back of his head.
I see up on the
the
setup
Yahoo
there?
one.
Okay.
Is that the Yahoo one?
Yeah.
Tall and lean should be Travis.
It's Travis.
Jason's
It's
a little more
Travis.
stocky.
Very stocky.
He's very stocky.
I'm
Those
surprised
cookies and
he's
those
over
brownies
here
his
at Radio
mama's making
Row
them.
because I thought they had
Is
media. That can't be because they've got media obligations today. They can't
Then
get
who
out
is
of those.
that?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. But he was here earlier. That was the guy who I referenced his shirt. I saw him walking by earlier, and I said, "Oh, that's quite a shirt." That was when Rashad was coming up.
Who is that?
I don't know, but it can't be one
Why
of
is
the.
he being interviewed?
Well, I don't know, but it can't unless there's their third Kelsey brother.
Not that I'm aware of.
There is not.
I know that
No.
in that same sort of size-wise, guys. Mark
Let's
Andrews
just
was
pretend
here.
it's him.
Mark Andrews
Looks
and
just
Travis
like him.
have the same sort of build.
Right.
So maybe it's Mark Andrews. And Mark Andrews was on with McAfee the other day, so maybe he's back making his rounds.
All right, who have you guys had on your show this week?
So our Bleach Brothers show, we have on.
Not Tony's show, your show.
Our show. No, nobody as of right now to sit down, aside from the little stragglers coming. A couple of the radio guys from out of the area have been nice. The Virginia Beach guys, WFP guys, kind of just catching up with them. Have a gentleman, Samir, I didn't go to school, both went to Loyola, graduated from Loyola. He'll be on later in the week, remote. He's got the More You Know podcast. He's hooked up with a lot of guys in the young financial field about building your wealth and your financial stability from your early 20s through your 30s. So when you get to our age, you're set up. And it's all about mentorship. It's all about, really crafting and setting yourself up.
So it's only for that age bracket then?
Well, no, it applies pretty much to everybody,
right.
but his demo that he's really knocking out of the park with these younger guys.
Yeah,
Who's coming up on Tony's show today?
Today we have... Oh, my goodness. LeGarrette Blunt's going to sit down for a couple minutes, do a little bit of guest hosting. Matthew Barry will be around later in the afternoon. Sean O'Malley, he'll be around. So and Ross Tucker. A couple other guys sprinkled in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be nice.
Sprinkling.
Like
confetti.
Like confetti. Like glitter,
So you didn't go to the media party last night?
I went, and I was awake. My alarm clock went off at 5:05, and I was up.
Wow.
I got up, teeth, freshened up a little bit. Had the coffee make. I got in late. Here's how productive I am, right? I got in last night back to the house, and I was like, you know what? I like to be prepared. I like to be set up. So, of course, everybody's there, and I'm sort of like the house mom a little bit. Straightened up counter, ran the dishwasher, emptied out the coffee machine, put new coffee on, programmed it. Stood up by 6 o'clock. Coffee's going. I come out, pour the cup, a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of granola, looking at the sun coming up over the mountains.
Oh, how pretty.
Very pretty.
You're at the Bryn compound, right?
I'm at the Bryn compound.
Is it crowded over there? Is it nice? What's the
I'm at the frat brother compound.
Yeah, the frat brother compound?
Yeah, fraternity brother house. I'm the only chick.
We're in the market
and I'm
for
sharing
relocating.
a bathroom with Henry.
All right.
We're not relocating. But now I know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
I had a rough morning and night.
But what's the scene over there at the Bryn compound?
It's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space.
No
Wait, who's staying there?
There's a lot of space. So we have Bryn, Tony, Robin, myself.
Oh, okay.
Two of the guys from Mice Media.
Oh, that's quite the...
If you guys want, I can ask, but it would be like a big old slumber party. Like, you'd have to put your jammies on and cozy up on bunk beds because that's all that's left.
Hey, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. But, yeah, I just need to get into the mental
It's beautiful. Like,
Is
it's
it?
so
I'm sure.
beautiful out there.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, we might have to at least come make a visit.
You
to
should
go
make a
to,
visit.
to
No,
go
for
check
sure.
out.
Cocktail hour or something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Should we have him do 40 seconds? I don't know if he's going to
Yes,
be.
we
Okay.
shall.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yes, we shall.
Okay.
Do
All
it.
right.
Beat
Do
the
it
play
up.
clock. What? No. What were we going to say?
No,
you were
no,
going to
no,
have a thought.
no.
Okay. All right. So have you seen what we've been doing to beat the play clock?
I've heard no repeating, sort of like password, can't, sort of
No deviation, no hesitation, no repetition.
Okay.
Okay. And Lee Steinberg had made it a full minute, but you
Oh,
just have to
yeah.
beat the play
Wow.
clock. You're just going for 40 seconds.
So we've done helmet and brain. Those are the 2 topics we've done.
Yeah. We
Both crushed it.
Okay. I'm going to go completely. I've got a topic in mind. I'm
Do
going
it.
to go.
So now, when you give me the topic, I've got to converse about it without repeating a similar idea, phrase, or word.
Right. You can repeat the topic itself.
Okay.
Because that's fair game since it's the topic. But the other than that, you can't repeat. You can't deviate. I mean, you can deviate a little bit, but you can't like go completely. You can't. If the topic is boats, you can't be suddenly talking about your kitchen.
Okay.
Right.
I can't wait. All right.
And unless you're talking about installing a kitchen on
It's
a boat,
like
which would be fair.
sportscasters,
Okay?
broadcasters that didn't do their homework the night before.
Right.
That's what they do.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And then obviously no pausing. Okay.
No
so
pausing.
all right. So I will start the clock when you start talking, and your topic is ice cream.
Chocolate, vanilla, mint chocolate chip.
Said chocolate twice.
Come on,
that
it's
was
a different
fail,
flavor.
dude.
It's a
Less than
different flavor.
4 seconds.
Less than 4 seconds. Oh my god.
Dude.
All right. Well.
Okay. All right. I got you.
You
All
want
right. Actually, I have one for you.
Okay.
Name 3 baseball teams that don't end with the letter S.
Oh my goodness. The Red Sox, the White Sox, and those are the easy ones.
Those are the easy
Those
ones.
are the easy ones.
I'm going through my divisions here. It's probably hit me in the face, right?
You got
I'm
one?
stumped right now too. I'm trying to think of who the third team is. You got the Mets, the Phillies, the Braves,
Yeah,
the
and
Nationals,
they're done.
Yankees.
Yeah.
and then you got the Mariners, the A's, the Astros, and who's the other team in the AL West? The Rangers. And then you've got the Padres, Giants, Dodgers, Rockies. You've got the Pirates. Who else is in the Central? NL Central. Pirates,
Cubs,
Phillies,
Cardinals,
Cubs, Cardinals,
Brewers.
Phillies are in the East.
This is nuts,
Brewers.
right?
Giants. It is nuts.
And then you got the Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles,
Yeah.
Orioles.
the Rays.
The Rays. The Marlins.
Can
the
I
D-backs.
I think I need to cheat.
I think I need to cheat as well.
I'm totally cheating.
It's going to be something completely obvious.
I had a good.
And-
this
and-
is
and
good.
a really
I love
popular
this.
team as well.
Yeah, why is MLB not on the front page? Okay, let's see. MLB
Okay.
standings. Let's see who we got. Yankees, Jays, Rays, Orioles, Red Sox.
There's the Sox, both Sox.
Guardians,
Sox.
Sox, Twins, Tigers, Royals, Astros, Mariners, Angels, Rangers, A's, Braves, Mets, Phillies, Marlins, Nationals, Cardinals, Brewers, Cubs, Pirates,
Huh.
Reds, Dodgers, Padres, Giants, Diamondbacks,
Wait,
and
can we go
Rockies.
at a bigger scale here?
Are we supposed to go outside the country?
Yeah, outside of the country.
Oh,
Come on.
outside the
Baseball?
country? What is this?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
Come
we
on
changed the
now.
rules in mid. Okay.
Canada. Think Canada.
Think Canada?
Right?
Sure. Well, I mean,
Well, the only team that's in Canada
the
is
Blue
the Blue
Jays.
Jays.
Yeah, the Blue Jays and the
Oh.
Expos. But they're defunct
There's
now,
a
the
third
Nationals.
one.
There is a third one.
There is a third one. That's why I said 3. Name
Padres,
3.
Angels, Cardinals, Giants,
I don't.
D-backs, Mariners,
I don't know if they're. I mean,
Astros.
I'm not seeing a third one.
Cubs.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if anybody has it on
Let me see.
on the stream. Rock and Reese is saying it's a
Trick question.
Trick
There were
question.
only 2.
Oh, look at this. Look at this, you guys.
All
There's
right.
3. Let me
Well,
see.
And I know in basketball you got the Heat
Right.
and the Magic.
Heat, the Magic.
Right.
But
That's easy. Come
the
on now.
Jazz?
It's baseball.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
let me think.
I don't know. Hey, what do you think about LeBron?
I think he is a phenomenal player.
Who's rolling through right there? Old Spice. LeBron's a phenomenal player.
I think LeBron's a phenomenal player. Do I put him in the same? See, I've got this icon thing that I go on. You know, like LeBron. I love LeBron. I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not his biggest apologist. I'm a Michael guy. I'm a Kobe guy. I just feel like they have I call it like the it factor. You know, they would run through your mom to get to their end goal and think about it after the fact. I think like LeBron would kind of like politely push her up and move her and then get there.
And smack her on the butt.
Right, yeah. So, listen, maybe crown her a little bit. But
he would.
I can't.
Tap, tap.
Yeah,
love tap.
Little love tap. You know. He's got big hands, man. Big hands. The whole handful.
Okay, big love tap.
Big love tap. But I think it's a wonderful career accomplishment. Obviously, the sustainability from entering the league at 18 and where he is now, and being able to accomplish all these points, rack up the stuff. I don't like the cherry picking and the team and moving here, moving that kind of stuff. But
yeah.
I don't know. If my 1-2 are always going to be Mike and Kobe. And then LeBron. But
really? Kobe is your 2,
Yeah,
huh? he's
my 2. Yeah, he's definitely my 2.
How many did LeBron finish with last night anyway? I know they lost. They lost 133-130.
I think he only needed like 35.
He needed 36, and he got it.
He finished the night with 38 points.
Oh,
That's what he said. Yeah, 38 points.
Awesome.
13 of 20.
Well, anyway. All right, listen, I know you got to get ready for the show. We got about 15 minutes left. My buddy Scott Reese is floating around here.
Excellent.
And hopefully we're going to get him on. But
hey,
Mike,
Dad.
appreciate it, man.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to ask him a question?
Eagles can suck a dot.
Oh, take that parting shot.
All right,
Thank you, love. Have a good one.
You too. All right, that's good stuff. All right, we need to step aside for a moment and hear from our sponsors. So we're going to do that right now. Stay with us. The DJ Experience continues from Radio Row in just a few moments. I just need to change the setting on this. We will be right back in just a minute.
I'm Cash Saroy, and this is the Collectible Network, the world's first streaming network devoted to sports cards and collectible content of all kinds.
Here live on the Collectible Network.
Have you ever been in a sports card break? Try it. It's easy. Whoa! Win an online auction for your team, then watch our live stream on Twitch or YouTube, and all of the cards from the team you won get shipped to you the next day. You're amazing.
Thank you for subscribing.
Follow the Collectible Network on social media right now. The Collectible Network, where you are, we are. This is One of One.
Oh, we're going back on.
We're going back on, and thanks to our sponsors, Splish Naturals. Go to their website and use the code SUPER30 to get 30% off now through Super Bowl Sunday. And also want to give another quick mention to the Collectible Network. If you collect sports cards and you've never been on a live stream for a sports card break, make sure you dive in right now. Go to thecollectiblenetwork.com. Huge card breaks are scheduled for the weekend. You can follow on Twitter or at the Collectible Network, or at Collectible Net, excuse me. Follow on Twitter at Collectible Net, or subscribe for free at the Collectible Network. And you've got a little makeshift lint roller thing going on right here. The lint roller situation.
I wasn't going to show that. I was trying to.
Well, the
hide
whole
it,
time
but
you were,
thank you.
Well, the whole time you were doing the tape, people, I'm sure were wondering what exactly is going on here. But it's good. It's no filter. That's what we love about it. It's absolutely no filter. And we've had an interesting morning. There's no question. We've been all over the place today. By the way, is that I was going to say that might be the largest Coke can I've ever seen. That thing is huge.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's skinny.
Alarming.
I think it's tall and skinny. I don't know.
I mean, I would take down a Dr. Pepper if it was that size.
Really?
Sure.
Is that your thing, Dr. Pepper?
DP.
DP?
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. Pepper.
If give her a DP because you don't want her to give you a TC.
That's right.
Oh, Just Taylor does not play, folks. All right, so we've really run the gamut here
TC
today.
is throat chop, if any of you
Yeah.
need to know what a TC is.
Okay, so Scott Reese says he's in the building, so he's going to come jump on with us. And this is my buddy who he worked at ESPN. I worked with him in San Francisco. I worked with him in Utica, New York, my first ever job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he knows upstate New York, and he covers the Chiefs, and he's in town covering the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. So,
cool, sweet action.
Yeah, so we will have a chance to chat with him very briefly. I don't know why he's here and not at Chiefs media availability today. That's a little bit curious to me. Although maybe he.
Well, media. It was only from 8 to.
Oh, that's right. It was 8 to 9.
Yeah, it was early.
Right.
8 to 9:15.
Yeah, and the big topic, by the way, is that Tony Bruno. You mentioned it at the top of the show. He misplaced his wallet, and it's been found.
It's been found.
Yeah. So I don't know. Miss Robin she just works wonders. She makes things happen, and I mean, you lose a wallet, your odds of
your
finding
SOL
it again are not good.
Yeah.
So she's able to find pretty much anything, and we're very impressed by that. So tomorrow on the show, let's talk a little bit about who we've got booked for tomorrow, and I'm going to just need to reconfirm times because clearly the time schedule somehow went askew. But tomorrow things are going to be even more interesting. We have Bella Rasmussen is on tomorrow morning. She is a high school female. Obviously, she played high school football, scored 2 touchdowns in a game this year.
Right.
And then we've got Sean Alexander, the former NFL running back. And at 9:50 tomorrow, we've got Mike Pereira and Dean Blandino are coming on. And they, of course, are the key guys who, whenever
Sean
you want.
or Dean?
No, I mistyped
okay.
it. It's Dean. It's in my phone as Sean, but it's Dean. He and Mike Pereira, they are the guys who they run basically for Fox. That if you've got a question about an officiating call, they're the guys that come on the air and talk about whether or not that call should have been overturned or anything controversial in terms of the officiating. So it'll be fascinating to have those guys come on as well. But I'm most impressed by the fact that, I don't know, am I more impressed that Mike flamed out in 4 seconds or that Lee Steinberg made it for a minute?
I had no doubt he was going to go for the, over 40. I knew that. Duncan Dad, flop.
Yeah, Duncan Dad did not.
That was a flop.
That was a little bit of a flop.
Couldn't deliver.
But it was okay.
It's okay.
Robin's looking
good.
around trying to figure out. Yeah, Robin, we took that one down because I couldn't get it. Yeah. So, but Robin's got everything working, and I'm excited though as the week comes on. And what I'm really excited about is when we get off the air, you and I will have a chance to A, take a breath, but B, we'll be able to work the room and see if we can, line some other people up for our show tomorrow as well, because there are some big names rolling in now, and it's exciting to see. But the best part is going to be able to relax for a few minutes.
For sure.
Because I feel like it's been nonstop since we.
It flew by. It did fly by. But ready to. I've been up since.
You've been up for a
Early
little
bird
while.
over here.
You've been up for a little while, but it's
No, I'm excited to move around and see who's here and try to rally some people on their show tomorrow.
Yeah, and
Friday.
And be able to. And you
Wait,
and I
it's
are going to be
Wednesday
able.
already?
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah, can we just talk about this for 1 second?
Yeah.
How exciting is this?
Well,
Love it. We got our first football signature.
Yeah, well, did you see yesterday? Carrot Top signed it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And then.
Oh.
I don't know who else. Sean Merriman?
Yep.
All right. Nice.
Awesome.
So there you go.
So cool.
So we got Rashad.
My bag.
Okay. Well, listen.
Awesome. So was he supposed to sign both of them?
He did. Yes, he was supposed
okay.
to. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we can't.
So he's literally the only one that has this one signed.
He
awesome.
was the first one to sign this one. So but Tony's been kind enough to get some of his guests to sign it as well. So that's kind of
cool.
What's been going on there. And I don't know if my buddy Scott is going to show up just as we are. Let's take another view of the room though, because there's way more activity now than there was earlier. Boom. There's what's going on around us. And you thought you saw Jason Kelsey in the house earlier, but
I did. I thought it was him. Literally, he has a doppelganger running around.
Yeah. Well, I did like his shirt. It was a little loud.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could pull that off.
I don't recall seeing in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Wanderers by. All right, so let's see. Out of all the people that you've seen here today, who's the best dressed?
Myself.
Well, yeah.
Myself. I've got my golden goose on, my fun golden goose, my James Purse dress that I got in Montecito.
At the Rosewood.
The Rosewood. Love this. And yeah, got my jewelry on. But yeah, I'd have to say myself.
Yes. Well, I would not disagree.
Jennings
with you.
was pretty legit when he rolled up in his sweat outfit with his gold watch, and yeah, he was looking pretty fly. Loved that. But no, I haven't. I mean, the girls that were trailing him, they had their Jordans on, so I loved that.
Do we want Jason Jackson to join in right now?
Sure.
Okay, Jason Jackson.
Let's do this.
And then Scott will probably show up. So maybe we're gonna have a maybe we're gonna have a.
What's this that people are seeing? This reducing inflammation, shortens recovery time. What? Okay.
Well, that's Tony's sponsor.
That's Tony's sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was quite the scene.
Yeah. Anything that gets a deeper restful sleep, though, I'm definitely
magnesium. That's all you need.
Magnesium. Yes, I do need to get some magnesium. Yeah. So we'll see if Jason is able to join the show with. Well, we're coming down to the final nitty gritty here, with not a lot of time left. So I'm tired.
Talk to us about Jason.
Okay, so Jason he's been with the Miami Heat forever. I don't know if he's been there quite as long as Eric Reed, who we had on yesterday, but Jason. Oh, there's my buddy Scott. Here we go. He's obviously been going all over the place looking for us.
He looks tired.
He does.
Do you need some
tired.
water? I'm good. Okay.
All right. Well, so which one is he still? Where's his mic? Okay, so it's over to there. So yeah. So just you're gonna grab that headset, but go in that chair because that's where the camera's set up for. And I'm going to pop you up as soon. I'm going to put you on. All right. And turn on your mic. And hello, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
Jess Taylor.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely meeting you.
I've heard a lot about you, and it's wonderful to meet you in person.
Thank you. You as well.
So Scott and I go way back. Well, by the way, we've only got about 5 minutes left in show, so your timing is good. You get to be the show closer.
Awesome. I can close, man.
Okay, so were you at Chiefs media availability today?
This morning I was not. I'm sort of on the late shift, so I'm doing the 10 p.m. live shots and whatnot. So I let one of our other sports reporter did the AM stuff. So
nice.
So that was good diplomacy on your part.
Totally.
Very much so. Yes.
Yeah.
You missed media day on Monday, man.
I know. It was a calculated decision, but I needed to be back in KC for one more night, and so I just did the shows from there and then hopped on a plane yesterday. So
cool.
I know I missed all the fun and frivolity.
I missed it too. It's okay.
Yeah.
Scott, you would have been basically neighbors had he not moved to Kansas City because he lived in Walnut Creek.
Oh.
Are you an East Bay resident?
I am. Danville.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the mayor of Danville, just so everybody knows.
I think I've heard that, actually. Yeah, no, we love that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Fantastic.
It's
How are you liking Kansas City?
It's been an adjustment, man. It's different on a lot of levels, obviously, especially when you're in the heart of winter. Although, seriously, the other day it was warmer there than it was here, so you never know. The job's been great. People have been great. They've treated me extremely well. And, you dive in with this, right? It's not a bad thing. You come in and you got, I basically got there like opening day of the NFL season and just riding the gravy train right to Arizona.
Amazing.
So, yeah,
How
so it's
exciting.
Good. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, what's your take on this game?
It's a 1.5, 2 point spread for a reason, right? Nothing would surprise me. If I were a sports gambler, I would not touch this game, at least from a, who's going to win standpoint.
Yeah.
It's really a coin flip. I think, with my Chiefs blinders on.
There he is. Okay, keep going. Finish that answer. Jason Jackson just popped in.
Hi. Oh, J-Jax, nice.
Yeah.
So with Chiefs blinders, I believe in Mahomes' magic, and I think that the edge of him having lost the last one, I think matters. I think they're on a mission, and they have been all year. That I know for sure. But if you take the emotional part of it out and just look X's and O's, Philly's really good. I don't see any holes. So that's my diplomatic answer as a Kansas City guy. But I get why the spread is where it is.
All right.
Totally.
Jason Jackson, can you hear us?
Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Well, hey, you're going to be glad you're joining
it.
the No Filter Network, man. This is an up-and-coming platform. Eric Burns, the former Major League Baseball player, is co-founder on this, and we're doing good things. I mean, heck, they got us out here at Radio Row, so it's a lot of fun. And Scott Reese is on as well. Scott, you know what, though? We got like literally 3 minutes left, so you can just hang out. Jason, maybe we're going to I just want to ask you real quick, because we're having you on because LeBron broke the record last night. You had a chance to get to know LeBron better than anybody probably in Miami that was not a part of his immediate family during his 4 years there. You know, what was that like to see you, or for you to see him get that record, and what was it like to get to know him over that time?
Yeah. Sorry. Right.
Yeah, that was what Eric Reed said yesterday. We have to wrap up here literally in like 60 seconds, Jax, because we're sharing Tony Bruno's spot, and they're kind enough to actually share it with us. So we need to get out of the way so they can get ready for their show at the top of the hour.
We'd love to have you back on.
We'd love to have you back on. But,
yeah, I'd love that.
Tell us one little quick nugget about LeBron as a person that you got to know that most people wouldn't know. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I think there's a few more billion to come. Jax, appreciate the time, man. And let's have a time, maybe get you on. Her and I are gonna, keep this thing going beyond Radio Row. So hopefully we'll have you back on another time. And appreciate everything. All right, take care, man.
Nice
All right,
meeting
you can just hit the exit stream button, buddy. Thank you. All right,
so cool.
All right. It's Scott.
Scott.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hi, guys.
Talk about
And I didn't even get to talk to J-Jax. I worked with him at ESPN. So.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah.
You could have said hello.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
No, you interrupt.
Yeah,
this is the no filter.
I didn't know.
That's a good point. It's actually in the title,
on, Dave
right?
is just
yeah.
You're our guest.
Yeah.
You're our guest.
I did not know you guys worked together at ESPN.
Yeah,
I didn't
we
make
overlapped
that link.
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I'll text him and tell him. I'll text him and tell him that
tell him I said
hello.
hey.
Yeah.
No, I mean he can pop on when we have him back on. That would be cool.
Sure.
Why don't you do that?
Are you gonna be around here more this week?
Line you up.
I am here all day in this vicinity. I do not yet know where I will be the next 2 days, but I'd say it's likely I will be in and around.
Well, we'd love to have you on for a little bit longer. We got some great stuff we can get you involved with. So
sounds good.
Yeah, please appreciate the time. And
great meeting you.
Yeah,
you as well.
And
we'll see you around.
Yeah, and Jess and I, what'd you think? Day one.
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah,
You
I'm
excited
ready
for
to keep
day
going.
two?
Yes,
okay,
let's
good.
do this.
All right. That's going to do it for day
DJ
one of the
experience.
true day one of the DJ experience. And we'll be back again tomorrow. Stay tuned here on No Filter. Tony Bruno's stream starts at the top of the hour. And thanks to everybody for tuning in. And we will see you next time tomorrow morning right here from Phoenix, Arizona.